everybody will be joining us. Oh, I'm supposed to sing closer. Man, that webcam, it's all the way over there. Okay, hold on. I gotta make this post live so everybody knows. Oh, I'm so hot already. How can this be? How can this be?
We'll wait to see. Oh, Neff says here we go, so...
I hear, here we go!
Here we go! Hi, everybody.
Oh,
hopefully you can see us and hear us well enough. Hopefully we're not too loud or too quiet. Hopefully we're in sync. This is for the mods. Make sure the clap happens at the same time. So let us know how it is. Also for our mods, I am not on Discord, so if you post anything on there, I will not see it. Sorry.
We're just here in the chat with all these people who are saying hello and happy birthday. It's like they know why they're wearing, or we're wearing these hats.
Sorry, I have to finish this post to let everybody know on social media that it's our birthday today and we're doing this thing. Clearly, you guys already know. You're ahead of the curve, so I don't have to tell you guys it's our birthday, just everybody else.
Oh, this is so nice. I feel so, happy and birthdayed.
I feel so sweaty right now. He's so sweaty in here. Oh, man. Let's see. This is a happy birthday post. This is a YouTube post. This is a live stream post. It's a random encounters post. Should have gotten this done 2 seconds earlier. Random encounters.
Well, since it's our birthday, obviously we're having a good day. How are you guys doing? Anything exciting happening with you?
I am so hot and sweaty. Ah!
Why are you so hot?
It's because he's so
It's
excited.
because we've been running around all day. We've been doing a lot of things. We got some cool announcements that we're going to be making. So we'll explain why we're so hot and sweaty shortly, because there's been a lot of things packed into the last 24 hours.
Kayla says that she really liked our Finish the Lyric Challenge video today.
Excellent.
And that I made a good host.
You made a great host.
But not a good counter.
I was very bad at counting. And are you sure? Would you play that challenge with me again?
You know, even though you were kind of unfair to me, I think, spoilers, she's kind of unfair to me. Spoilers, she's not a good counter either. I think it was a lot of fun. I would do it again. I think, with 100-something musicals, there's a lot of lines that we could still guess through. So, I don't know. Nate and I might need to have a rematch since we didn't technically, we ended up tying. Spoilers. Go watch the video when you're done with the live chat today. It's a lot of fun. We'll see if you guys can tie us too. Ooh. Maybe you can beat us.
I've seen a lot of comments of people playing along, and I do love that you guys are playing along. I think the best I've seen so far is somebody said they got 13 out of 20.
13 out of 20?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is pretty good.
Okay, that is pretty good. Some of those lines are really obscure. It really tests, how much Random Encounters history you have and how much knowledge you have of that history.
It's true, because we went all the way from the very first musical that Random Encounters ever did. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what the most recent one that was in that challenge was. It may have been...
Was there anything from this year? Yes.
I gave him something from Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Pretty recent.
I say nothing from Mario, nothing from Sally Face, nothing from Baldi's Big Zoo.
I thought about doing Sally Face, but there
nothing from the next musical.
That's because I do know the lyrics to the next musical.
I was gonna say we do have lyrics for the next. I played him a song from the old version of the musical, like that we had written.
I didn't recognize it.
He didn't recognize it. I've changed it so much for the upcoming musical that he didn't recognize the source material for it. We'll see. Oh, you guys wouldn't know. It's behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, this person thinks I look dead inside. It's because I am. I am dead inside.
8 years of this will do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
I also, real quick, just want to thank everyone that's giving us super chats. I'm seeing them. They're warming my heart. We're not currently in the ball pit, so we can't do our usual thing of writing your name down and throwing it in the ball pit. But thank you so much. We do appreciate you doing that. It means a lot to us.
We'll consider it a birthday gift.
We
don't have to do anything for it in return other than be us.
Hey, speaking of birthday gifts, though, it might not just be our birthday. In fact, I know some people share today as their birthday.
It's true.
A lot of people share June as their birthday month. And I just think it's an appropriate time to say happy birthday to you guys, too.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Woo! Yeah, not just our birthday. Crazy enough.
My hat fell off.
I noticed that. It's a disappearing act.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to see all the birthdays that people are having at the same time. And if it's not your birthday this month, hopefully it'll be your birthday next month. If it's not your birthday next month, you'll get there eventually, I promise.
I hope you have one this year.
So I see people asking about the Battle Royale. And yes, we will be revealing the winner of that, but it's not right now. It'll be in what? Like an hour, 5 o'clock?
Oh, yeah, we're still counting the votes. It's not too late. You guys have 60 minutes.
halfway through the stream, we're gonna...
If you are here in the stream and you don't know what the Battle Royale is, the Battle Royale is a competition we've been doing for the entire last month, competing our own musicals against each other to see which one is you guys' favorite. And we've done many rounds. The first phase was 12 rounds. The second one was 4 rounds. And then we had a semifinals. And we're in the finals now. There are 2 musicals left.
It's madness.
It started out with
madness.
like 113 or 115 or something?
Yeah.
And we've narrowed it down to 2. There are only 2 videos left.
You guys narrowed it down to 2. It was all your
Not
fault.
us,
I'm
you.
not taking any blame for the choice that you guys currently have to make. And if you have not seen it, it's in our community tab.
And what is the choice they have to make?
The choice you have to make currently in the link in our community tab is FNAF the Musical or Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Ooh, there can only be one though, so I don't care how much you like them both. Only one. Only one. And you gotta go vote.
I haven't voted because I didn't want to make that choice. But you guys should totally. You have an hour left before we close the polls and announce a winner, which we will announce as soon as we close. An hour left. Go vote. Tell your friends to vote. Tell your dog to vote. I don't care.
If you don't have a dog, go adopt a dog. Tell it to vote. Then give it back to the shelter.
And then be surprised that it can use a computer properly.
Hey, there you go.
Oh,
Keep
my
that dog.
goodness.
It can use a computer. It's good.
So, Who's gonna sneeze?
Bless you.
So,
Thank you.
Speaking of Bendy, do we want to address the mysterious thing we got in the mail?
A mysterious package arrived at my door. Yes.
Arrived at my P.O. box, but
Did
it's
arrive
close,
at the
yes.
P.O. box this week. Yeah, I think it's a birthday present. Maybe we should...
Yeah, we'll check it out. So I went and checked our P.O. box recently, which is where we get fan mail from you guys and junk mail from some people.
Not for you
But
guys.
we got a package from Joey Drew Studios.
Whoa.
A legit package from the creator of Bendy. So I guess we'll grab that and we'll open it and see what's inside.
Huh.
Oh.
It looks like this.
Is it dangerous?
This. If you zoom in, you can see our P.O. box address in case you want to send us fan mail. It's listed online, but, you know, it's got Bendy on the back.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
So
What
let's...
could be inside?
Shall I do the honors?
Oh.
Sure.
They're adopting dogs for us in the chat. I like you guys.
Adopt your dog, but keep your dog. Take good care of your dog. It's your new best friend, okay?
What is in here? Hopefully it's not a game I've never heard of before.
This is the most mysterious birthday present of my life, I think.
Aren't most birthday presents mysterious?
Yes,
Like-
but not most birthday presents don't come from Joey Drew.
Most
okay?
are expected, too, for the most part. You're like, oh, my grandma's coming. She's
Yeah.
probably going to give me a gift. Not, I received a package in the mail from Joey Drew.
Yeah, it's a little suspicious. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but
Let's see.
I don't know. I haven't finished.
There's a
Bendy and the
letter.
Machine.
There's a
Uh-oh.
stuck, because I'm guessing California heat didn't treat it well.
Nate isn't really an unboxing kind of guy. If you want to watch Nate's unboxing video,
There's a letter.
We're going to read the letter first, that's why.
you want to read the letter? Okay.
It's from Joey Drew Studios. Dear content creator.
Oh,
I get the feeling we're not the only ones who got
I don't
this.
think this was for our birthday at all.
Hello, friend. We've been exceptionally busy on our next big Bendy production here at the studio. My workers are so dedicated to bringing you the best in Bendy entertainment that I often think they must be crazy. Crazy for Bendy, that is. Is that what's stuck here, ink? Uh-oh, I hope there's not ink inside that leaked.
Oh no.
I want to pause for a moment to send you some new Heavenly Toys merchandise that tickles my fancy. I think it will tickle yours as well. How dare he talk about my fancy?
Stop tickling my fancies.
We're making these available everywhere. In fact, I believe they already are. Well, there you go. You guys can get these probably.
What?
Looking forward to seeing your thoughts on these and what we've got coming your way. Your best pal, Joey Drew.
That is my best pal. Joey Drew is my best pal.
I really- I'm-
Oh, there is ink.
Guys, do you see this? Like,
There's ink in here.
what?
We've got ink slime, Bendy in the ink machine, ink slime.
Ink slime.
Ink
What do you do
slime.
with ink
You
slime?
play with it,
I assume you
obviously.
play with
You
it.
smear it on the walls.
It says I'm supposed to collect all 8.
There's more ink slime here.
I don't want a bottle
Ink
of ink
slime.
slime.
I'm concerned. Is there something in
Yeah, this
the
one
ink
opened.
slime?
This one opened. That's what's leaking.
Oh,
Bendy got
ink
us good.
slime.
Well, if you want to know what the ink slime looks like, this is what it looks
Oh
like.
my god!
Because this one's already open.
Oh, gross! Ew! Careful,
It's
it might come to life.
pre-opened. Oh, it's on me now. I'm gonna become a demon. Somebody take this away. Call the Ghostbusters.
You're gonna become an ink monster. You handled them in the musical, right?
You did.
Oh,
Well, they're made
yeah.
of clay, not
oh no!
slime.
I can't.
So we're going to open this plush because it's covered in ink slime, so I figure we should get the plastic off of it.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going to be careful not to cover everything else in ink slime.
Okay.
So we've got this Bendy, who is covered in ink.
Oh, he's so soft, too. Oh, this is a good plushie. Like,
he's
this
adorable.
This is the kind of plushies I like. Like, they're fun to rub, and he's squishy.
We should put him on the shelf behind us.
We've got another
He can
plushie.
go right here on our little set.
We got another Bendy plushie.
Oh,
This one
he's
is
got
more
that
of the
old-timey
old-timey
coloring.
look.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's good, too.
Yeah, they're both very soft.
And they've got, like, this is going to sound terrible, but they've got the beans in their butts.
Bean
The
butts.
beans in their butts.
Like, you know, we all do. But they like, sit.
Oh, we seem to have gotten a toy.
You can't cap this thing.
I know, right? That's why I just needed it to get away from me because
There
it
we
wasn't gonna open this one.
This is, do you want to put that one up there, too?
Sure.
We've got this sick action toy of Boris. Boris.
Boys.
So there's Boris.
He is invincible.
He looks like
That's
he's yours.
Boris.
He
There's
looks
not
just
more
like
in here,
me.
right? Okay. Apparently you can collect all three.
He's great.
So we're missing Alice and Bendy, but we've got Boris.
Boris.
Ooh.
And it looks like there's
Wolf.
one more thing in here.
It's a surprise thing.
It looks like one of those like collector keychains that is always a surprise. Collector clips. A backpack clip, and we don't know which one we're gonna get. Oh, we can get a bunch of different ones. Oh, there's like an angry monkey or a spider one. Or we can get Golden Bendy.
Golden Bendy.
Oh, I'm crossing my fingers for Golden Bendy.
Golden Bendy,
like a
come on,
superhero?
Golden Bendy. It's not Golden Bendy, sorry.
Oh.
It looks like Boris, but I can't tell.
Boris.
Nope, it's Bendy. It's Bendy with an axe.
Oh, cool.
Oh no, it's someone wearing like a Bendy face
I was gonna
mask.
say it's one of the.
The workers or something. I never finished Bendy.
But he's got an
Sorry,
axe. That's the important
But
thing.
it's some sort of dude.
Hmm.
They'll let us know. What is the character that wears a Bendy mask and has an axe?
Who is that?
Anybody?
Who that is?
Anybody?
While we wait for somebody.
So,
I don't know if
Oh.
we've officially announced it yet, but we will be playing through Bendy and the Ink Machine at some point on Replayed, which is
True.
going to be returning at the end of the summer.
Yes, I think
Woo!
we mentioned it in our last live chat. That,
I don't remember,
That Replayed was
but-
returning.
Yes.
Not that we replaying Bendy.
So we'll be replaying everything we've ever made a musical about, and we hope you guys will join us for it. Bendy and the Ink Machine will definitely be one of those things, given Bendy and the Ink musical is apparently one of the best musicals we've ever made. And you guys, if you're just signing in, can go vote for it in our Battle Royale on the community tab. Does anybody know the name? That's Sammy Lawrence. That is Sammy Lawrence.
There you go.
Well, Sammy Lawrence looks like an excellent keychain, and I might steal him.
Steal him? Well, we'll take this.
Speaking of announcements, do we want to finally reveal what we're making this month?
I mean,
This person wants to guess that it's Plants vs. Zombies. Is it Plants vs.
I was
Zombies?
going to say they can guess first.
It's true. What do you guys think we are making this month? Do we want to give any hints or just let them roll?
Let's give them a hint after like 15 seconds.
All right.
Well, everybody let us know.
Yeah.
What do you think we're making?
Yeah, if you think
As
you
I
know what we're making,
Hoard the plushies. Tell me what you think I'm making. This is
gonna-
my new evil villain
I'm
pose.
going to hoard this gooey stuff that's gross and sticky.
I'm going to
Is
put it
it-
on my hamburger
There's a-
tonight.
Ah!
He's
There is
in
something
there.
in there.
Ooh, there's a
There's a
Bendy.
Bendy
There's
stuck in
Bendies
there.
in our ink.
That's actually pretty creepy. What's he doing in there?
I don't-
Jiggly.
They're probably
there
toys
more
at the
there?
bottom. Oh, it says right there. It looks like there's toys at the bottom.
So
or
I saw
something.
Roblox. Somebody's guessing
Phoenix Wright
Roblox.
2.
I
Plants
see
vs.
FNAF
Zombies.
VR.
I see Plants vs. Zombies.
Homestar Runner, apparently.
Detroit Become Human.
Huh,
An
these are all the
awesome
games.
musical. Well, that
Sonic.
person's right.
Sonic the movie.
Oh, well, maybe instead of giving you guys a hint, we should just tell you what we're making.
Again, do you wanna reveal it?
I think we should reveal it. I think it's time to reveal that in this month's musical, on Random Encounters, we will see if someone can avoid exploding. And the only way that they'll not explode is if somebody keeps talking, or maybe keeps singing. I'm not sure which. But in case you haven't figured it out just from those small, tiny little subtle clues, we are making a musical of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which is a very fun little game. We've even, I think, played it once or twice on our gaming channel in the far distant past. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to it. Hopefully you know the game. I know Mark has played it. I'm pretty sure Jack has played it. I think GT Live has played it. A lot of people, I think, have played it. Hopefully you have played it. If not, now's your chance. Go play it. That's only one thing we're working on, though. Like I said, we have tons of surprises. We'll get to tell you more about them very shortly. Do you guys want to take some questions? 'Cause
Sure.
This is sort of like our monthly live chat at the same time.
It's true, because we didn't have our monthly live chat. So a couple ground rules for asking us questions.
Oh no, it touched me.
Oh, no.
Oh no, it's on the floor. No.
Okay.
This is why you never were given this kind of stuff as a kid, probably.
Probably, yeah.
One, you probably didn't want it, but two, you're like, no, it's everywhere. No, it's in my cheeseburger. Oh!
That's where you step all over it in the carpet. It's like, it's smooshed into the carpet. It'll never come out now.
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
Anyway, sorry,
So, a couple rules about asking questions. To help us out, because we are watching the chat and you guys are talking very fast, which we love, please continue doing that. But also, if you want to catch our attention and help us find where the questions are, type the word question in all caps and then ask your question, and we'll do our best to get to as many of them as we can. Like this person. Thank you, Whenever May, for doing exactly what we just asked you to do. We'll answer your question in just a second about our favorite Mario games growing up. Another rule would be if you are asking a question repeatedly and our moderators are answering for you, we apologize for us not getting to it, but our moderators have been around for a very long time. They know a lot of information about the channel and about us, and they are helping us out on the side here, so pay attention to them, and hopefully they will be able to answer your questions as well. Our moderators are Neff and Malcolm
yes,
right now?
Neff and Joe and Malcolm Howard or Malktonio are our mods right now, so they might answer your question. So pay attention to what they say as well. They might redirect you to our FAQ, our FAQ, Frequently Asked Questions, which has a lot of frequently asked questions in it. So,
and the reason they're doing that is because we try not to answer the same questions over and over. So if we know that a lot of the fans have already heard the answer, we're not going to get to your question, no matter how good it is, if it's already been answered before.
Yeah.
So that's why you should go look. If it's something you really want to know, go look. If it's something you didn't really care about and it's already been answered before, then find a different question that's not already in there.
And while we're talking about our moderators, do make sure that you respect them in other ways than just them answering your questions. They will also just be keeping track of the chat, making sure everyone is treating each other well, making sure all the rules are being followed, like not spamming, not asking for shout outs, things like that. And they are trying to do their job as well as possible. Please help them do their job well. Follow the rules.
That should be good.
That should be good.
Right.
All right.
All right.
So it was Whenever May asked, what was your favorite Mario game growing up?
Super Mario Brothers 3. It's honestly very easy.
you're not going to count Super Mario RPG, which is your favorite game of all time?
Growing up, like, this is a different, like, Super Mario Brothers 3 was when I was first starting to play video games. And, like, I played Super Mario Brothers, and I thought that was the best game in the universe.
You could also just argue, like, Mario game, you're counting, like, Mario game, like, platforming.
Sure, that is, like, part of the core franchise that's not like a spin-off. And from there, I, discovered Super Mario Brothers 3 almost at the same time and realized now that I knew how to play Super Mario Brothers, like for NES, and then I learned you could do an even bigger, better game with those same mechanics and then improve on them with Super Mario Brothers 3, I lost my mind. I was crazy about it. I still am, actually. It's a really good game.
I mean, yeah, Super Mario Brothers 3 is my favorite as well, so...
Mm-hmm. Your point was valid, though. When we grew up is different from when a lot of them grew up. So you and I are going to be like, oh, there are only like 2 Mario games to pick from.
It's true, yeah. Like, growing up, it was like Mario World was like newer still.
Yeah.
And
if you wanted to argue Mario RPG or Super Mario 64.
I mean, I like Super Mario 64 a lot as well. So...
I hold my nose at 3D Mario games. I'm just saying.
Which is understandable. They're not the same. It's a different kind of platforming. But I played a lot of Mario 64 when it came out, so...
Mm-hmm. My poor Miss Gwendolyn here seems tongue-tied.
I don't think I've played a Mario game. We just made our Super Mario Brothers musical, and I remember AJ like coming out and being like, "Oh my gosh, there's so many different games and so many things that I want to include in this musical," and like listing them for me and telling me all these cool storylines and
she was like,
the things.
"Who's
And
Mario?"
I'm like, I knew who Mario was. But I didn't know any of those things, and I actually think it's really exciting that there's this entire world of games that apparently I get to discover at some point. I know.
You better get good at platforming first. They're not going to be fun if you don't like platforming.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure AJ, it was you that bought me the Mario Rabbids, right?
Yes.
Yeah, AJ bought me a game for either my birthday or Christmas last year of Super Mario versus Rabbids or Plus Rabbids.
Mario plus Rabbids.
Mario plus Rabbids, yeah. Which I think is what he thinks I'm capable of doing.
Yes. It's a good, like, if you're not like a platforming champ or you don't have like a long history of Mario games, that one is a very easy, like, let's just put you into a different kind of game with Mario characters. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to get you playing Super Mario RPG, though, someday. Because that is my favorite game. Just not even Mario game. Favorite game ever created. And it's so good.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I think you'll like it.
I was just thinking about... You probably would have difficulty with, like, Metroidvania type games, too. Because it's, like, not only is it platforming, but it's, like, shooting at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh.
Yes. I can do platform on a PC better than I can do platform on a controller.
Which is weird.
Well...
Like, I, as a PC gamer, am perfectly fine with, like, first-person shooters and, like, third-person behind, like, you know, like Resident Evil and stuff. I'm like, when I bought Cuphead, I bought a controller for it for PC because I'm like, there's no way I'm playing a jumping shooting game on a keyboard. Or I'm like,
yeah, right?
I'm like, I need buttons.
Buttons.
I've seen a couple different people asking what musicals they know me and Nate from. Apparently they know you.
Oh, hey. Hey, Jay.
Well, maybe you
Jay.
should watch more of our musicals.
But I figure we should maybe go down the line and say a few characters that they might know us as.
I mean, some of us have been here for 8 years, so there's a lot of characters.
That's true. What was the first character you ever played?
All right, so I'm AJ, and I've been here for 8 years because I started the channel. And the first character I ever was Sonic. I don't know if that's chronologically correct because it was also Tails in the same video and Amy, but it wasn't Amy. It was definitely Sonic or Tails.
Sonic was first because it goes from Eggman to Sonic.
But it doesn't mean we
Oh,
filmed.
yeah, I was going to say. But the internet would have
yes.
first seen me ever
Yes.
in a Random Encounter song as Sonic the Hedgehog.
What did you play first?
Eggman in the same video. I was technically the first character ever on Random Encounters.
You were. You were seen before.
My name is Eggman. So.
And you are the best.
But yeah, I left the channel for years and then came back a couple years ago, finally. And yeah, you may recognize me as Baldy or Granny or...
I don't recognize you as Granny without the hair and the eyes.
True. Professor Layton, Tingle.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Hottie, the judge from Phoenix Wright.
Now we're talking.
So, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
My first one was actually in Senpai Notice Me. I was Info-chan.
Shut up, Info-chan.
Yeah, they said that to me for months, guys. Which I didn't mind. It was kind of fun. After that, I feel like I didn't show up for a while, but I was in My Own Little Nightmare. I was in Doki Doki as Yuri. I was in Granny as the player character. I was in Baldi's Basics as Playtime. Maybe my hair should be crazier.
You were in Song of the Slugs.
I was in Song of the Slugs.
In case you really like Best Fiends.
We were in Detective Pikachu as Jesse and James.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, you were in Team Full of Harmony as Jesse, too.
And James.
Mm-hmm.
You were, yes. She wasn't both of them.
She was both, yes.
Next time. No, that was good.
That might be what you recognize us from. And if you don't, hopefully we'll make something else that you'll recognize us from in the future.
If you don't recognize any of us, why are you here?
How did you get
No,
here?
welcome. Come on in. Take a seat. We're going to be your new friends. I also saw somebody point out, and I apologize because I missed your name, that today is also National Donut Day.
Oh, no. Is it?
And they wanted to know what our favorite donuts were.
We should have had donuts.
We should have had
here.
donuts. I'm actually really sad that we don't know this, that our birthday should include donuts.
Oh, I'm going to remember
worst.
that for next year. Favorite donut, okay? My favorite donut.
Is it a bear claw?
No, that's not even a donut. That doesn't count. From what it's been described to me as a bear claw, that's totally not a donut. We have a Krispy Kreme down the street, and I love it. And they make one it's just a glazed, donut basically, but instead of a hole in the middle, it's completely, a round little. What do you call that? A donut without a hole? Just a holeless donut?
It's a donut still. A donut doesn't need a hole.
I know, but I always think of a donut with a hole.
It's a donut with its hole included.
donut, right?
A cream-filled donut, yes. So instead of a hole, it's filled with frosting, and it's not even it's not. What kind of Boston cream, whatever they call that?
That's cream. That's that's custard.
It's not custard.
It's
filled.
frosting.
It's actual frosting, yeah. And I love frosting. I'm a frosting addict. I get those cakes that are like the sheet cakes that have more frosting than cake, and I love those. So having a glazed donut that's got frosting in the middle is the best thing in the world to me.
That sounds great. I'll eat like 5 of those.
I do. I don't need your help.
I mean, a classic like chocolate frosted with sprinkles is always good.
That is very classy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like Boston creams or eclairs because they're just long Boston creams.
My arch nemesis.
But I don't like them as much at Krispy Kreme because I always feel like the custard inside is like weird and tangy and not like what it should taste like.
The way you describe them sounds terrible.
I don't understand it.
It tastes okay to me.
To be fair, we're all originally from the East Coast, but I'm a Dunkin' Donuts person, which is not very much out here. Like, no, Krispy Kreme can go with their donuts. The custard at Dunkin' Donuts, at least the ones I like, are better at Dunkin' Donuts, and their coffee's better.
Well, I don't care about coffee.
We don't drink coffee.
I go for the donuts.
Well,
Dunkin' Donuts is like eating a weird loaf of bread with some icing on it. I'm like, it's just, it's chunky and thick, and I want light and fluffy and sweet. That's what I want. Like me.
Well, at least Angel Music agrees with me, so.
Well,
All
good.
right.
Nate B1313 wants to know what the hardest character to do makeup or costuming for was.
That we've played or ever?
That we've played.
Okay.
I feel like yours is fairly a standout. And probably yours is fairly standout.
Okay, so I might go in a different direction with this. The worst makeup and costume experience I feel like I've had is Ganondorf. I think Ganondorf is so much fun to play, but there is too much makeup and spirit gum and fake hair and stuff that goes with that man, if he's a man. He's some sort of a man.
Ganondorf's a man.
I'm like...
He's the only male Gerudo.
I know, and I was like, are Gerudo people? I was like...
I thought he was a pig.
It's the difference of like, is a Kokiri a person? I'm like, Kokiris are they people or are they like forest elves or something?
I would assume an elf still counts as a person.
Is a person? I don't know.
It's like, you're an elf. You're not a person. You have no rights.
It's the question of like a human versus a non-human.
I feel like I've read this
Like
book.
if you had D&D.
Well, this is like the difference of like people being like,
but-
oh, Link's a Hylian, not an elf. I'm like,
there's a difference.
Hylians are elves though.
I feel like we're discussing the difference between human and person.
Yes.
And I feel like personhood is more about like consciousness and being able to talk and interact with like
Yes, a
personality.
human would be, an elf is not a human, they're an elf.
Yes.
This all to say, Ganondorf
He's a dude.
is one of the most complicated costumes with the most outrageous makeup. And of all the characters I've played, I like playing him, but he is a pain in the butt.
That was what I was going to guess for you.
Okay.
Are you going to say
But
what I
for
was
me,
gonna guess?
were you going to guess Master Mummy?
No! Oh, I forgot about
Were you
Master
thinking Granny?
Mummy. I was thinking of Granny.
Granny's not that bad. The contacts are a little obnoxious to get in, but other than that, it's like a crappy dress and a wig. Master Mummy in the End of Arms was I literally had like purple eyeliner or something that I had to like break in my hand and like smudge all over my face and get everywhere. That just was dumb.
It was
looked
dumb. It was
kinda
kind of
dumb.
bad. You're sketchy looking.
It's true.
Yeah.
It worked for the joke, but
What about you?
I don't think you've asked me to do anything particularly difficult.
No, weirdly, we always have more makeup than you.
so it's probably what, playtime then? Just because
Probably
the hair?
Playtime. Playtime's hair is a little bit of a pain. I loved doing it the first time. I was really excited about it. I didn't realize I was going to do it 2 more times, 3 times in total. And it takes me about an hour the night before to put my hair up in curlers, and then I sleep on, I don't know if you guys have ever done this.
Sleep?
On bobby pin curlers, where you have like 100 bobby pins in your hair. And it's not super uncomfortable. It's just kind of odd. And then I wake up in the morning and it takes me probably about another 20 minutes to take it all back out and then have my hair be as big as it is. And every time I want it to be even bigger. Like every time I'm like, I'm going to try to get this like even floofier. So maybe we should do it again so I can try one more time.
You know, I wouldn't say no to a 4th Baldy. I'll just be real. I think they're super fun. And the actors are so great.
Let's all escape from prison.
Don't tempt me.
Oh my goodness.
If you're just joining us, welcome to our 8th birthday. This is our birthday live chat, and we're celebrating 8 years on YouTube. And I just want to really quick thank you guys because you're what makes it possible for us to have been here for 8 whole years on YouTube. That's amazing.
And I do also just want to point out, I think we have some cast members lurking in the chat. I know I've seen Kayla Berry, who she was in Senpai Notice Me, the same one that I was in first. And she's great. So say hi to Kayla, everybody.
Hello.
Well, I'm disappointed to see them in the live chat because that means they haven't left their house to come here yet.
Hey.
Which means they're not going to show up in person yet. But they might have work, so I forgive them if they had work.
That sounds like another little surprise we might have in store for
we're
you
having
guys.
a party here tonight, and people might show up while we're still live streaming.
We're going to be really disappointed now, even more disappointed than you guys if no one gets here while we're still streaming.
Hopefully they do.
There is a possibility you might see one or two familiar Random Encounters faces stop by our live stream here sometime today.
If they do, we'll give them cake.
Ooh, cake.
Yes.
I saw the cake downstairs. Do you want to describe the cake?
We have a cake that looks like the beard.
Oh.
It's got like 2 tiers.
It's covered in hair. It likes marshmallows.
Yeah. Oh, I should have put marshmallows in the middle. That would have been so good.
We have marshmallows.
I didn't though. There at the top is the hat, and then the bottom is covered in frosting beard. It's great. I love it.
It does look great. I'm going to take a picture of it before anybody eats it tonight so that we can share it. You already did, didn't you?
I think it's on my Instagram right now if you want to go ogle it.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Do we... What time is it?
It's right there in the
4:40.
corner.
It is 4:40. Okay, so we have time for some more questions.
Yes, but before we get back to them, the reason we're checking the time is because at 5 o'clock, the first ever Random Encounters Battle Royale is ending. And there are only 2 musicals left in the Battle Royale. So that means one musical finally, after a month of this, is going to win. And you guys are going to decide which musical it is. You only have 2 choices left. Do you want to tell them one more time what they are?
You can vote for Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Which is one of the only musicals we've ever done where it actually got in the game. So kind of a big deal.
And I'm holding Bendy right now.
Yeah,
not
it's
Bendy.
true.
I've already forgotten his name. I'm sorry,
Samuel.
guys. Samuel!
But who is Bendy up against?
And Bendy is up against FNAF the Musical.
I don't think that needs an introduction. I'll be real.
What's FNAF? I've never heard of FNAF.
I don't know
Oh,
that
it's
one.
this musical. AJ's in it. And so is this guy named Nate, and this guy named Mark, and this guy named Matt.
I'm not in it.
No, not.
Technically, I'm in the supercut.
Oh, yeah, you are.
I'm the beard in the end shot where Nate's on the phone and gets the call from phone guy. Spoilers, sorry, you've probably seen it. But in that end scene that we filmed for the supercut,
You got the beard.
I'm the beard. I walk by in the past.
In the past.
In the past.
I mean, now it's in the past.
I walk by
in the background.
in the background. Yes.
You pass by.
Words.
In the background.
Yes. I can't speak apparently.
But yeah, so I think it's a huge clash of the Titans, and the only reason that FNAF is up against Bendy is because you guys voted them through round after round against all of their competition. So each of them had to beat their way through 8 other musicals in the first round. Then they had to beat 3 of the other winners to get to the next round. Then they had to beat 1 of the finalists to face each other. So that's how many bodies lay behind Bendy and Freddy Fazbear right now just to have this epic showdown here at the end. And it's all in the community tab here on YouTube, so just click over there, open a new window, go make your vote because it's closing in like 20 minutes.
In fact, one of the things that we've actually been doing over there is we've been asking for you guys to tell us why you're voting for what you're voting for. Do we want to show a couple of those?
That might spoil some
Well, I was going to show like 2 for each of them.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah?
Maybe we'll come back, we'll do more of them later, but yeah, if you want to just give them a taste, a couple of the...
So, someone who voted for Bendy said they voted for it because it's funny and well animated, and they love everything that we make, even how detailed all this is.
That's a really nice comment. And it's all true.
And someone who voted for FNAF said they voted for it because they thought it was so clever and well thought out, and they thought the singing was great, and the plot was amazing, and the amount of effort that went into it was outstanding.
That's a lot of high praise for FNAF as well. Man, how are you guys going to ever pick between them?
I don't know.
I don't know how I would pick between them.
I do have to say, I've loved reading these comments from you guys. It makes us feel really good about all of our musicals in general to hear how much you get out of it and how much you still listen to it. There are people saying how like they listen to it on their way to work, or they, you know, discovered it at a really important time in their life or something like that. And I love these comments. So thank you so much for leaving them for us.
There's been a little bit of a discussion. I thought we might actually weigh in on it here before we find out who actually won. Some of the discussion going on is which took more work, because FNAF the Musical started out as 1-2 nights with Mark, and it's stretched and it's stretched and it's stretched. And a year later, after having the set up for a record amount of time in our own house, it became this epic supercut that lasts like 35 minutes. And on the other hand, you got Bendy and the Ink Musical, which is only like 3 3 minutes long, something like that.
If that.
But it's done with miniatures and claymation, and it's entirely filmed in stop motion, except for some hand-drawn elements on his face. So it's combining a number of really difficult animation styles, and I just wanted to throw it out to you guys, since the fans haven't decided completely yet which took more work. Which would you guys say actually took the longest or the most work?
I mean, for the roles that I played in both of them, one of them
you were around for both of them.
I was technically. One of them I got a water bottle kicked at my head. And one of them I just didn't
hit
see
you
these
with
guys
it.
for months. No, he didn't hit me with it.
Matt was very careful when he kicked Freddy Fazbear at your head.
I wasn't even going to mention who it was. Wow, you just threw him under the bus.
Well, you know what? I told him to do it, so
Yeah,
he did a good job.
The first time I ever met Matt Pat of Game Theory, I watched him murder my then boyfriend, and then he kicked a water bottle at my head. And
He's a great guy.
And then you became friends.
We love him.
He's a good guy. He's
a
great.
good guy.
I think, honestly, because I didn't actually do much work on either of them from the outside, I feel like more like blood, sweat, and tears type work went into Bendy. I feel like I heard you guys.
More bad words were said making Bendy.
Like, you guys were at that, like, 8 hours a day, and I'd hear, like, oh, we have to get through this many shots today, and you'd be like, okay, move it, move it, move it.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was much more, like, intense, constant attention kind of work.
Yes, that's true. Because FNAF, we had breaks where there'd be several months sometimes where we go making other musicals going, I don't know if we're going to come back to this or not. We're still waiting to figure out if we can get all the right people here at the right time. You're right, that's different. Nate, which have you thought about it?
I mean, it is one of those things, like, you have the best idea because you were on both of them. I only worked on Bendy. I came only at the end of FNAF when they were wrapping up the supercut is when I came back out and moved out here. So I know Bendy was a lot of work. I have more of an attachment to Bendy because, like, I actually worked on it, and I know the amount of work on it. Like,
Yeah.
my it's like, it's weird to say, like, my fingerprints are all over that project. Like, they are literally all over that project. If you look,
You could steal his identity.
if you look at the ink monsters in that musical and see fingerprints on them, they're probably mine because I did all those guys. So,
But you were here for, and forgive me for backing up to a different musical for a second. Phoenix Wright the Musical was voted back in by our encounters as one of the finalists. Unfortunately for it, it didn't actually make it through in the end. But it's another good example of a long-term musical that you were here for that took a lot of months
it's true.
kind of piecing
It's
together.
true. And Phoenix Wright was a lot of work as well. There was almost 1,000 green screen shots, I feel like I want to say, split up between me and Peter.
And the cast is really
And
large,
the
too.
cast was huge, and it was a lot of work. And I still don't know if it was as much work as Bendy, though.
See, okay, so yeah,
It's-
I was going to compare Phoenix Wright for me with FNAF and say they ended up both being 30 to 40 minutes long. They both got filmed kind of in chapters, but we did it like in one big go.
I also feel like the difference is, like, Phoenix Wright is, and I'm not trying to throw Bendy under the bus here because I liked making Bendy, but Phoenix Wright is just, it's a more interesting shoot because you have all these different people, playing different characters on different sets and different scenes and different interactions. Bendy is more tedious of work because it's literally 3 people in a room moving little people around in a fake set, not even inch by inch, like millimeter by millimeter.
Yeah.
And it's more tedious work.
Yeah. So if I were going to vote between them, I think you guys have really summarized well how big a difference there is between the two. They both are an immense amount of work, but one of them was painstaking, back-breaking, daily grinding to finish Bendy and the Ink musical, and the amount of, like, frustration that goes into watching your guys fall over and having to redo the whole shot.
I mean, which is also evidenced by the fact that musical got delayed a month.
Yeah.
Like, we literally did not have a musical come out 1 month that year because we were so focused on Bendy still.
Yeah. But on the flip side, FNAF the Musical, while none of the specific episodes were hard to make, getting them all married together at the end with a supercut thing took more, I think, creative gymnastics to figure out how are we going to make 5 different songs tie together in a sort of believable storyline that kind of reflects the game. And, you know, that's not even including things like how do we get back all the actors at all the right times and those kind of things. Like, they're not sweaty work. They're just stressful work, and there was a lot of question whether we could even finish it. So I couldn't honestly tell you which one was more difficult. which I feel like I just wasted your time. It's like that was a good question, and you guys were arguing, and we didn't solve it. But maybe we might lean more toward Bendy if we're talking about work, and more stress, emotional stress doing FNAF the musical. Maybe that's the way to split it. Do you guys want to answer more questions here?
Yeah, I want to answer this Charlie Garnier, who heard me say then boyfriend and asked me what happened. He's fine. We're fine.
This is what
we got
happened.
married.
Oh.
Everything's good. I still like him.
I'm like, what did happen?
I don't like
Are
him,
we
though.
okay?
I've never liked him.
Oh, well, that's why you didn't marry me. Only Gwen married me.
And I only get 2. Nobody else.
That's true. I'm off limits now.
Unless you die.
Unless
Then you could remarry.
Oh. I was like, which of us die?
die.
I guess it doesn't matter. If either of us die, neither of us are technically off limits, I guess.
I guess
but
that's true.
we're just
but,
not going to die is the problem.
yeah.
So
Ever.
You're out of luck.
Ever.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, this person wants to know, when did Michael Jackson die? I don't remember. Google it. I can do that for you right now, buddy. Michael Jackson.
I don't honestly remember now.
I don't know what it has to do with random encounters.
Okay,
but
so I have to call out Kevin here. Kevin is one of our Patreon encounters. In fact, I call him one of them. He's one of the first. He is the first Patreon encounter we've ever had.
Aw.
And here he is, super chatting us, $88.88. And do you know why he's got so many 8s in that number?
Did we turn 8 today?
'cause
I
it's
think
our-
we're 8 years old
Happy
today.
birthday. Yeah.
Kevin, it's
well,
been a pleasure
the
to have
channel.
you.
We're not 8.
That's
I
true.
am. I'm 8.
okay.
Oh, she is actually
You should
8.
probably not be married. Then.
Wow, I should not have married you. You shouldn't probably be on a YouTube stream by yourself. Where are your parents?
So for that one person asking that really important question, Michael Jackson died on June 25th, 2009.
I was going to say Elliot Anderson got to it.
There you go.
All right. Well, that's.
Powers of search engines.
Thank you for using the Random Encounters stream as your personal search engine.
Excellent.
What else can we look up for you?
Question from Elizabeth Tharist. Do you like dinosaurs?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I like The Land Before Time.
A Land Before Time. It's
Is it
the
A or
land.
the?
It's The Land Before Time.
It's been a long time since
And I don't
watched
like
it.
that movie.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
I don't like it.
In fact, in Pokemon Go, my Charmeleon is named Ducky because he looks like Ducky.
He does. But he says things like million,
No, he says Ducky.
million.
I enjoy dinosaurs, but I'm not infatuated with dinosaurs.
Nah, but we could find out which is the best dinosaur just by asking the audience here.
Oh yes.
What kind of dinosaur do you guys like the most? What kind of dinosaur do you guys like the most?
Your mom.
Oh,
sorry,
if she
AJ's mom, if
she
you're
counts,
watching.
then she's my favorite dinosaur too.
If my
I'll be
mom
real.
counts as a dinosaur.
Like I like her better than
Then
dinosaurs,
yes.
so yeah. Oh my god, she wins. If you guys think my mom is the best too, you're welcome to vote for her. I think she's better than dinosaurs as well.
I like AJ's mom too. She knows
Right?
I'm friends with her, so
She's actually better than.
I can make a
dinosaur.
joke like that because it's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
Ooh. Oh darn it! They're moving.
T-Rexes and
Move back up.
Velociraptors, I see. It's lots of those.
Oh, and Stegosauruses.
Stegosauruses, I kind of like them too, actually.
Somebody, and I did miss their name. I'm sorry, I'm bad at this. They asked which was the funniest musical that we got to make.
What is the funniest musical we've gotten to make?
Like funniest to make, or like it's actually
We
like
think
if
we
you
laugh
watch it
like
and
the
it's
most
the
at it?
funniest.
I think it was the funniest, like actually working on it was the way I think it was phrased, but we can go either way.
If it's the funniest at the end, I'm going to throw out there that I think Baldi's Big Zoo is one of the funniest
I was actually gonna
musicals
say
we've
that.
done. And it wasn't funny filming it.
No, Baldi's Big Zoo is like some legit weird humor that I know. It's like
We don't get a chance to stretch those muscles as often.
it's like the unsaid, like the lemur has a gun and you just keep going with the song and like,
Oh, yeah.
what?
Yeah. And everybody who's like a logical person in the audience goes like, hey, wait a second. And the rest of the characters are just like, and they're all in Baldi's Big Zoo. Like, that's just what's in Baldi's
This
Big
is
Zoo.
totally normal. We definitely see these animals every day.
Yeah. So
It's just an Oranorosauroptopus.
that is, I think, one of the funniest musicals we've done, actually.
I agree. I also want to give a shout out to everybody that's saying pterodactyl. I love pterodactyls. They are hilarious.
Pterodactyls.
Super pterodactyl man.
Super pterodactyl man. I like potato dactyls.
Yeah.
They're like a potato, but they have wings, and they go like, ah, and eat your pets.
I feel like funniest to work on, there has to be a bid for the Big the Cat scene in Sonic, because Devin is a great person in general. I love anytime Devin is on set. He's very like easygoing and wonderful. Seeing him wander around a park in like giant Big the Cat ears with a Big the Cat tail and like chasing after Cat. Cat was also amazing, who was our Froggy, and just seeing the two of them like running around and being ridiculous.
You'd think they'd done it before.
You would.
It's so natural, like lumbering after this kid dressed as a frog.
But they were hilarious. I loved all of that day.
Yeah. I want to maybe add one other musical that just popped into my head, and it's Phoenix Wright the musical, because there are some incredible performances from people in there. Every time I watch Ms. Oldbag, played by Sarah Williams, on the stand giving her testimony, and John Morales, who plays Edgeworth, trying to get something useful out of her. And then even later in the same one, when you watch, Nate as Dr. Hottie making the worst possible testimony. And again, John as Edgeworth trying desperately to get something useful out of the situation. I mean, even like even Angie Viper playing Maya Fey when she goes into this like, oh, I could channel your spirits right now, but you'd have to be dead, which you're not. It's like all of that stuff, and watching the reactions of the people in the room. I laugh at that stuff no matter how many times I've seen it. I still think it's funny, so that one's really good too. But it's really it's mostly because the people in that one are so genius, in my opinion.
It's pretty good. Do you have a funniest musical?
You can steal.
I did say I was gonna say Baldi's Big Zoo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say
it came to mind as, I don't know, even editing it when me and AJ were finalizing the project, and we were like, oh, what if we make the cage for the, what animal was it? The yak. What if we make the cage for the yak like barely big enough to even fit the yak? And I'm like, that's good. Keep that.
It was like every 2 seconds we found something else even dumber to do than what the script said.
It was like a weird brainstorming session while editing, and no ideas were too bad.
Yeah, it was
yeah, that's good.
Go with it. Let's make that happen. Yeah, we just kept. The moment I saw the alligator swimming with the cage still on it, like back and forth, I was like, "This is so dumb," and I think it's hilarious. Let's zoom that in so you can see it better. Yeah, things like that. Excellent question. If you guys disagree, you think there's a musical that's even funnier, let us know.
I saw one person who thinks that, because I mentioned playing the beard earlier, they think I play the beard. Always.
Oh, always?
And no, actually, the beard is played by many people. I've played the beard, AJ's played the beard, Gwen has played the beard. People that aren't even here right now that have been on other projects have played the beard. The beard is usually just whoever can fit the costume and is available and isn't in that scene.
I thought it was whoever could like embody the spirit of the beard at that moment, like whoever was possessed by beardliness.
Yes, you're chosen.
I have a fierce beardliness in my soul burning out.
But the voice is generally always AJ. We have some old files that we use occasionally from college from our original beard short film. But it's generally AJ that does the voice of the beard because he's the best at it.
I've had the longest, I think, experience. Yeah. Nate's done the beard a few times too. So it's not hard, except for some people. Some people struggle.
Some people have vocal cords that emit sounds in a higher register than other people.
Oh, you know who does a great job, though?
Who does?
Katie.
Katie's amazing.
Katie's baby beard sound like...
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the beard salute at the end of, was it the Doki Doki teaser?
Oh my god. That is my favorite beard sound ever. If you guys have not watched the Doki Doki teaser, obviously our Doki Doki musical is already out, so the teaser's a little bit whatever. But the ending with Katie making the beard sound is so worth it. If nothing else, go watch the very end of that teaser.
So there was a question from, I'm sorry, I missed it. Shauna or Simon or somebody, Platt. I missed it. I missed the name, but your question was good.
There are so many of you in the chat right now, guys. I feel like this is like the problem. Like we can't catch who's who. But
so your question was, what was your inspiration for the channel? And today seems like a fitting time to do it since the channel just turned 8 years old. And miraculously enough, we're still here.
What?
So I think I'm going to expand this a little bit because we've talked about the Sega contest and things like that for starting a YouTube channel. But specifically musicals, what were some of the inspirations we had when we had to start, making our own music videos? Like, why would we do that and what kind? Maybe this is a question I'm supposed to answer. I just realized.
I mean, to an extent, like back, me and AJ used to, he started a website in high school and I, helped on it and we made videos. and we weren't above putting little musical numbers in them.
Yeah.
Like, usually we would take a song from a game and just add lyrics to it that...
Theme songs.
Yeah, it might not even be from the game we were making a parody of.
Yeah.
But we have a history of writing music for our little projects, and it continued into college. So I feel like when the time came to do a YouTube, or the idea came to do a YouTube channel, it didn't seem overly far-fetched that musicals is something we could do.
Yeah. It was something that we had a little bit of experience with. Video games were something we'd spend our whole lives enjoying and making fun of in videos. So it's really just more of an evolution than like an inspiration, I think. Some days I definitely wake up and I go, we're doing the same thing we've been doing since junior high. We literally get up, me and my friends wake up in the morning and we go, okay, what game do we want to like make a bunch of jokes about today? And then we, figure out how to put on some terrible costumes and maybe make a set or a prop.
I will say the costumes are much better.
Oh, they are.
Yes.
They've gotten so
Gwen
much
does
better.
excellent work on all the costumes she creates. And we actually, buy things. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, it was like, I have this laying around my house.
Tell them about the Watch and Needle Mouse.
Yes, if you go back and watch Needle Mouse, our first musical, you will notice that Amy Rose's watch is made of paper.
She checks her watch at some point.
She checks her watch, and it's like, I'm pretty sure it's probably like a piece of tape as the wristband and a paper watch. Nowadays, we would just buy a watch.
We would just have, even if it's a dollar store watch, it would still be like, hey, we have an actual, like, a timekeeping device of some sort, rather than, like, I cut out a construction paper watch to look at with some marker on it.
Oh, yes.
That is the degree of which costuming has improved around here.
Maybe it was just a statement about Amy.
Maybe.
Personally, I think we should go back.
Oh, you want to go back to that?
Yes.
We
I think
can't go
everything
back
made
now.
out of paper.
We can't go back now.
Is there a video game where everything's made out of paper?
I mean, there's probably a couple that, like, visually, like, the art style all looks like paper cut out, but...
Whenever we do one of those, everything should be made out of paper.
I don't know.
That sounds animated and it sounds complicated.
Yeah, Gwen's costuming is excellent. You can see it. I mean, I feel like some of the best stuff she did very recently was in our Deltarune song, which Oreo was in and Angie was in and our friend Genuine was in. So go back into Nate.
And I was
Nate wasn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't know I was in that one unless you knew me. I was Lancer in that.
Yeah, but I'm like, the costuming for that was a real challenge because those are, you guys have played Undertale and you've played, and you can even see that evolution. You can see when we did Fates of Undertale how our characters looked. I wore green pajamas and I had a little flower on my head and that was Flowey. Woo! And honestly, I would still do that. But you can see that evolution, and then a couple years later, Gwen's making those she's updating costumes to do for Undertale's sequel. Because she wasn't even around when we did Fates of Undertale. Here she is, now doing Deltarune's song for us, Legendary Heroes, and she's got to do Lancer and like a weird thing, and got to do like weird armored blue hair for Oreo. She knocked it out. She's got to do a scarf that can like shake hands with people. Like
That
this
was
is
my
not,
favorite.
It's
I
not
love
easy stuff.
That scarf.
And like if we were doing it like the way we used to in junior high, I don't want to know what that would look like. But I'm very.
We would have like painted your arm a color as the scarf.
We would. So I'm really grateful, is all I'm saying. We've come a long way.
I mean, they got a hint of how good the costuming would be when I feel like the first big costume you had to make was Mimikyu
Yes.
for Detective Pikachu,
Yes.
and that looked great.
Yep.
I'm sure it was hard to be under it because you have to like crouch and like walk, but
I assumed that I was gonna be the one doing it, so I was like, "Oh, it's okay. I'll just be crouching and weird." But even like, as soon as I was in it, I was like, "Oh, it's hot." I didn't leave any air holes in the head, which is not like it wasn't a problem because it's foam. But I didn't realize how much it was gonna like trap heat like around my head.
If you're gonna like wear that to a convention, that would be a little bit trickier.
If I was wearing it to a convention, I would cut massive holes in the head.
Like we need breathing holes to keep someone alive in here. Hey, speaking of conventions, before we do this 5 o'clock thing, we have a convention to announce. I'm gonna let Nate tell you about it.
we are going to be at Kineticon. It's July 11th to the 14th
Yes, it is.
in Hartford, Connecticut.
Yes, it is. It's coming up.
It's coming up
That's
very
sneaking up.
soon.
It's almost a month away now.
We're going to be there all weekend, and we're going to be doing multiple panels, and I'm pretty sure we're probably going to do some meet and greets and signings and stuff.
Definitely. Absolutely.
So, if you were there last year, I hope to see you again.
Yeah.
And if you weren't there last year, you should be there this year.
You don't want to betray that face. You have to come see us in Kineticon. Yeah, Baldy's gonna show up and he's gonna get you if you don't meet us there.
So
I'm just gonna say, like, even if you are not super excited to meet us, Kineticon is probably one of my favorite conventions I've ever been to. It has so many cool people at it. It has so many cool things to do. If you are on the East Coast and you've never been to a convention, I guess the Northeast, you should show up. Like, you will have a good time.
You will.
I promise.
It's a great convention. And with that, I see that the time is 5 o'clock. What happens at 5 o'clock?
What happens is I just clicked the button that says we're no longer accepting responses, and I want to congratulate whoever it was that literally just snuck one more vote in.
Can you tell us what that one more vote was for?
Oh, yes, I can.
In this Random Encounters Battle Royale, the first one we've ever done, we've gone from 100-something musicals down to only 2. It was FNAF the Musical and Bendy and the Ink Musical. And before we tell you which has more votes, tell us who snuck a last vote in and which for.
I don't know who did it. I'm going to call them my best friend.
Oh.
My best friend got in a vote for Bendy and the Ink Musical at the last second.
Oh, Bendy got the final word, but we're about to find out, I think, who the actual winner is.
And I think they knew that they were sneaking it right in because they did not tell us why they picked it or what their favorite line was. I think it was just like, quick, get it in!
So really quickly, can we just do, we've been doing these recaps is what we call them, little episodes where we sat in the ball pit, and you can find them on our community tab here on YouTube actually, where we would just, at the end of each week, we would go through, sitting in the ball pit, whichever musicals were up against each other, who won, and how close the losers came, who was the furthest behind, who had no shot, things like that. And it's been a lot of fun to kind of communicate with our encounters in the community tab. So before we announce a winner, do you guys mind doing
recap the week?
Yeah, let's do we could even do a mini, a micro recap of the entire Battle Royale if you want.
If we need to.
I mean, that...
We can.
We don't have to.
These people are antsy, so...
They're so antsy.
I'm looking out for these folks.
These guys waited a month. They can wait just
Let's
5
talk about the
minutes.
semifinals, and then let's talk about the finals. Because if you guys want to hear us talk more about the entire competition, you can go to our community tab.
True.
There are links to videos in that tab every single week telling you, what we thought was going to win, how surprised we were at certain things, what the numbers were like, things like that. So if you're interested, go check that out. The only ones we have not done that for are the semifinals and the finals.
Right, because that's what we're doing here, today, now.
Yeah. The semifinals, by the way, the final 4 were, of course, FNAF the Musical, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Ink Musical, I can talk, Just Monica, our Doki Doki Musical.
Which was your champion, by the way.
Which was my champion. I was so thrilled.
She picked that one.
And Phoenix Wright the Musical, which was the People's Champion. That actually,
your champion.
That musical was voted out in the very first round.
Very first.
And we got you guys the opportunity to bring one musical back, and you guys were like, we need Phoenix Wright. So
and it wasn't by a small margin. You were adamant. Most of the votes that came in, every time you had a chance to vote, were to return Phoenix Wright for redemption. So, Phoenix Wright did come back, and this week, unfortunately, its redemption ended.
It got beat by Bendy, obviously. I don't remember the percentages. You probably have them.
I can bring those up.
You can let people know the numbers. I think it was pretty handily. I want to say it was like a 60-40 or...
Yeah, I don't remember being super close. Hang on.
Yeah. But it did, put up a good fight, especially for a musical that technically was out of the game in the first round and clawed its way back into the
I think what matters most is that when it got voted back, it got its payback against the monkey.
Yes.
It beat that and went on to the semifinals. It may have lost, but it earned its right to come back and actually make one last push.
I agree. One of the sweetest moments of this Battle Royale was watching How to Beat a Monkey at Chess take out Phoenix Wright in that first round, having the encounterers vote Phoenix Wright back in, having it go back up against How to Beat a Monkey at Chess for its second, grudge match, and then having it beat How to Beat a Monkey at Chess at its own game.
It trounced it. It was
true.
like, oh, we're back at this? No, I'm going to...
And I like both songs. I'm sure a lot of you guys do too. So I'm not trying to play favorites, but there was something that felt really, rewarding about not just bringing back any old musical, bringing back one that had specifically lost to its opponent before, and then having them basically get to have a redo and watching them flip positions.
No, it was great. I really loved all of our Final Four. I love a lot of our musicals, but seeing these 4 get to the Final Four was really a rewarding feeling because it was a lot of musicals that took a lot of effort, or musicals that we had a lot of fun with, or just things that were meaningful to us, and we were really glad to hear that they were meaningful to you as well.
Yeah. Were there any big surprises that you guys were caught off guard with during the Battle Royale? Because obviously the Final Four, I'm not sure any of us are super surprised by.
I thought Phoenix Wright was going to make it into the finals.
I was hoping it was.
You thought it was going to beat Bendy, or did you think it was going to go up against Just Monica and beat that?
No, I thought it was going to beat Bendy. I mean, Bendy's awesome. I have obviously been reading you guys' comments and seen all the reasons that you think it's awesome, and so I'm very aware at the moment how awesome Bendy is. But Phoenix Wright is just... It has so many characters that I think people really like. It has so many really good actors in it. It has so much story, like just in terms of moving through scenes and getting to fun plot points and really having a complete package. It does a great job. So I was surprised. I thought there was going to be enough like fan power to really just push that through to the end.
A FNAF the Musical Phoenix Wright battle would have been really interesting because they're both long projects with several songs. So actually that could have been kind of fun. I remember being really surprised that Baldy and What's in Your Basement, those are, even Granny, they're all huge songs, but they all ended up falling short of getting to the semifinals. And I thought with millions of views, Baldy literally hit 100 million views, and it still lost in the end to Bendy, which has 15 million or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy that something with 100 million views can still get voted below something with a fraction of that. So,
which is
crazy.
Exciting, honestly. I'm glad that this did not just come down to which game has been seen more often, or which musical has been seen more often, or which is more popular. It really did come down to which ones did you guys care about.
Yeah.
And I like that.
But I know I lost points because when we were gambling, I
were
said
not
gambling.
gambling.
We weren't gambling, but we were
predicting.
We're making predictions. I definitely predicted that our Hello Neighbor song, our Baldy songs, our Granny song, I was like, those have done so well, they're going to get all the way to the end. And they didn't. And, I lost points for it.
Yep.
Bad on me. Did you get anything that was a surprise? What about when Baldy's Big Zoo snuck through to the next round after beating 8 musicals that had already been out?
I feel like I said enough about it in the previous recap, so I don't really need to... I don't have anything to harp on anymore, so...
Okie dokie.
My words were said.
We have a little prize we're supposed to be announcing as well.
We do. Are we going to announce that before or after we tell them who won?
Well, I don't know. Which is better? Is it better to tell them what's going to happen to the winner, or
real quick before we quite move on? The numbers for our semifinals. Bendy did beat Phoenix Wright with about 62% of the vote, and Phoenix Wright only had 37. And then FNAF did beat Just Monica by a lot more, by 71% to Just Monica's 28%.
Wow! Yeah.
I guess that's something I was surprised about. I thought Just Monica would put up a little more of a fight because of how passionate the Just Monica fans are in our community.
Yeah.
So
it's true. How often do you hear about Urinate or things like
too much?
There's a lot of support for Just Monica, and I think I predict that too. That if anybody was going to give FNAF a lot of trouble, it might be Just Monica. So that took me by surprise.
Yeah. And I was rooting for Just Monica. I obviously...
Well, it was your champion.
You had
purposely brought it to phase 2 without it even having to get any votes in phase 1.
Didn't get its hands dirty.
I would have loved to see it go a little bit further, but that's okay. I was happy.
Still made it to the semifinals, which is better than I can say for my poor champion, Resident Enos, which got wiped out pretty good.
Oops.
Or my even poorer champion, Samus the Spaceman Cowboy, who was like...
Yeah, but that song, everything about that song makes me feel like that's the only outcome we could really hope for.
It's true.
It lived
I
up
was
to
just trying to bring more attention to it.
There you go. I think it worked. We all are going to go watch Samus Spaceman Cowboy now, right?
Better.
All right. So maybe we should announce the winner because these people want to know.
These people think they already know. These
people
know. Are shouting in all caps which one they think it is, which I say that they're doing it both ways.
I was gonna say I'm not sold one way or another yet reading the comments here.
Well,
All right.
I was going to say, despite the popular vote, the Electoral College, us three, took over, and we voted for something completely different.
Sam the Spaceman Cowboy is voted the top fan favorite musical.
9,898 votes were cast this round.
How many did you say total? We said 90,000 people.
About 80,000 people
during Battle Royale.
have
80,000
placed
votes have cast. Yeah,
which is awesome, and thank you for being part of that.
It was fantastic. We've had a lot of fun doing it. We hope to do it again next year. We might change the rules a little bit just to keep things unpredictable and random.
Oh, I like Leon Bell says they're both truly winners. I agree. They're both winners. We don't need to announce anything. Let's move on.
So going back to
The
your
winner
questions
is the
here.
friends we made along the way.
There you go. Now you guys want to know. You put on all these votes. You guys have been with us for like a month putting all these, and some of these musicals took a lot of time. We should probably award one of them the first ever top fan favoriteist musical, whatever your title is for it.
All right. So yes, the ultimate fan favoritist musical of all time, because all musicals were included in this, guys, is FNAF the Musical.
What? What? FNAF the Musical.
FNAF the Musical.
Voted the top fan favorite video we've ever made.
Absolutely. And I am thrilled with the number of you guys that showed up, the number of you that were just so enthusiastic about FNAF, and my hat is falling off again.
It blew your hat right off. I didn't see that coming.
You guys were so excited about this musical. You guys have so many good things to say about it. I can read some of those. And wherever I put my phone. You guys said things like, you thought it was so clever. You remember waiting and talking to several of your friends, waiting for it to come out, and you loved all the songs in it and still listen to it every now and then. Or,
I remember that.
the sheer level of effort put into the designs of the puppets, the overall plot working despite being put together separate from the first two videos, the humor, and also the songs being stuck in your head as you type this.
Wow.
You guys had so many wonderful things to say. You said it was great and thrilling. You said there was all this nostalgia around it. You said it was very fun to watch not only it, but its bloopers and all of the behind the scenes. Somebody seems to think that AJ almost lost his arm making this musical.
I mean, there was a situation with a chainsaw, and I was told to keep my arm high.
Oh, you're right.
And then we joked that it would get a lot of views if I didn't. It got a lot of views anyway, it turns out. Thank you, guys. You didn't make me lose my arm for it.
And so many of you also complimented Bendy and the Ink musical, even in your compliments to FNAF, and going, these are both really good musicals. FNAF is just that little
Special
bit higher.
to you.
And you find it creative and unique and clever and wonderful. And several somebodies actually, I don't have any names to attach to any of these comments. We didn't ask for names on this. But you also just talked about how grateful you were to have FNAF the Musical turn something really scary into something really lovable and give you a better way to experience the game. And I really like that. I like that you appreciate the twists that we put onto these games and the effort that we put into it for you guys.
I've read a number of comments that I know when we discussed who our champions were going to be, that we would give kind of a free pass to the next round, the phase 2 of the competition. We talked about Needle Mouse. Both Nate and I said maybe we should give Needle Mouse that because it was like the original video as first, and it will, no matter how bad it is, no matter how paper Amy Rose's watch is, it's still special to us because it was the first one. And we didn't do that, but we thought really hard, both of us, about doing it. And I saw a lot of you guys do the same thing with FNAF, going, it was my first Random Encounters song with the channel. And I really, it brought me here from Mark's channel or from Nate's channel. And now I found all these other videos. But I see a really special connection a lot of you have with FNAF the Musical because it helped you find us. And now we're having this birthday live stream with you, and we're having like a almost face-to-face dialogue, and it's so cool. So, you know what? FNAF the Musical absolutely, completely, 100% deserves to be this top musical that you guys have voted in because it brought us to you, or vice versa. So thank you guys for voting. Even if you didn't vote for FNAF the Musical, thank you for voting anyway. It's been really fun. It shows how many musicals you guys really enjoy, and it makes us proud to have made them. I'm gonna cry, so please.
There are prizes?
There is a prize. It's not a huge prize. We weren't sure, we could actually do anything special for it because as you guys know, Mark is barely even in California these days. He's constantly on the road places. So we knew that ever getting him back was probably virtually impossible. Nate Wants to Battle has completely left the state, and I'm not even sure how much he's on YouTube these days. So capturing anybody from those FNAF musicals would be very, very, very difficult. I can't guarantee that we will ever see either of them again. I really hope we do, though.
They're cool guys. They're great.
That said, they both made an incredible project with us, and you guys voted for it. And we wanted to do something cool around that project. So, here's what we're working on doing for you guys. We happen to know that those Five Nights at Freddy's had a lot of cool songs in them that you guys still apparently are singing and hum along with, and we thought maybe doing a little remix of a bunch of them or a little medley of them or something like that could be a really cool opportunity to reinvent them just a little bit more and breathe some fresh life into them. So, I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but we are committing to making or remaking those 5 songs as a music montage or a remix
Medley.
or a medley. I'm not sure if we're going to do them separately or if we're going to combine them. I haven't figured out the details yet, but we are going to come back to them. We are going to bring in a friend of ours, and we're going to switch up the styles a little bit. I'm not sure what we're going to do with vocals or just the music. We're not sure. We're keeping it nice and loose, but we are going to release those tracks for you guys in a new form that's been updated a little bit. Since they are, 3 years old now?
They are.
Yeah.
And
Coming back to those songs would be fun.
I know I'm really excited to hear songs that I love a little bit different. And hopefully you guys are too. Hopefully this is a good prize for having voted all the way through. You may have also noticed that I asked you guys to tell me your favorite lines. And this is not technically part of the prize. But in looking through your lines, I noticed a few trends. And one of the things that we would like to be doing for you guys is giving you a few more options for t-shirts that you can wear. Yeah.
I don't have to go naked anymore.
Obviously, these two guys are currently wearing t-shirts that are already available.
Totally not planned.
Totally not planned. But we want to give you guys some other fun options because we know how much you guys liked the Baby I Love You t-shirts that we did when FNAF first came out. And we wanted to give you guys some more things because we haven't done that in a while. And one of the things that I have on my plans is to get a t-shirt design done involving you guys' favorite lines and hopefully have something new and cute for you from FNAF and maybe some other things down the road. But definitely starting with a new FNAF t-shirt since FNAF 1.
Yeah. I also, one other thing, I haven't completely committed to it yet because it's going to take a little bit extra work, but FNAF Night 2 is one of the favorite songs that people have. It's a short song. It was written short because it was just going to be on Mark's channel originally, and we just needed to have something for him. I think it'd be cool if we could expand it a little bit. I have to look and see if I have the file still. If I can, make it a little bit longer, add another verse or a chorus or something, a bridge section, something to, make the remix version a little bit more exciting. I think I'd like to do that. So don't quote me on it. We'll see what I've got available. I don't want to have to restart it from scratch because that won't be as much fun as if we can take what was really there originally, keep it all intact, but just make more of it. We'll see what we can do with it.
Yeah, no promises on that one, but you will definitely get a remix and t-shirts will be coming your way.
Woohoo! I am excited. I feel bad though for all the people that voted for Benny. Like, I could have gotten a Benny and the Ink Machine t-shirt and a new remix version of it.
Well, as we said, we want new t-shirts coming, so maybe cross your fingers a little later. Maybe a Bendy shirt will be coming too.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Bendy and that Ink musical. I mean, I've heard rumors that Bendy might, he's got a new game coming out, so I don't want to assume anything about it, but
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what will happen when a new game comes out and all the comments go, "Where's Bendy?"
Oh my god!
I don't know what's gonna happen. Do Bendy in the
was
Dark Revival?
Dark Revival.
Dark Revival? I don't know. I mean, it depends on how much more of this weird goo Joey Drew sends us, I guess.
Weird goo
we need to
from
find
Joey
something fun to
Drew.
do with the goo.
We can give it to someone tonight at the party.
Oh no!
Katie will have a field day with it.
Katie said she
should
was
hide
coming.
this,
Although
actually.
we should take the toys out and keep them.
Yes.
Oh, you think so?
Yes. I like toys. All right.
Do we have any other upcoming
Big
potential
surprise
things
announcements?
we're selling that we want to announce?
There actually is. Since we're talking a little bit about new songs and music tracks and things like that, I thought maybe it was time to tell you guys that we've been listening to all those comments that you've been giving us about the instrumentals. We've been getting those emails where you go, I want to cover this song or that song. Can you please help me get a hold of an instrumental? And we've told you a million times, go to Patreon. That's where we're doing instrumentals. They're exclusive for Patreon. Not any longer. Those are going to be coming out. We are finally, starting with Season 1, going to start releasing some of those instrumentals, which means Patreon is going to have to get a little bit of an overhaul because I don't want them to feel like they lost value in their tier anymore. So Patreon will still be getting something that nobody else is getting.
And they'll still be getting the instrumentals for new stuff. So if you want instrumentals for purchase, like AJ said, we're starting with Season 1.
So if you've been waiting for Sing cover.
Yeah, you're not getting, Sonic the Musical or something like that. I mean,
not yet.
Although Sonic the Musical is a bad choice because that album's actually for sale.
That's true.
But if you're looking for Doki Doki or for FNAF
Baldur's
or
Gate
for
happens,
any of those, then please do consider our Patreon. You get things fast. You get things straight from us. You get to interact with us in a slightly different way. We try our best to give you things that are worthwhile. You get to see some behind-the-scenes things that nobody else gets to see. But if what you're waiting for is the instrumentals, we are going to start releasing them to all of your favorite music buying sources.
Probably next week. We're still deciding exactly what's going on them because, of course, all the songs, they all have instrumentals. But there's also extra stuff that we have to decide what to do with. Stuff that kind of slips between the cracks.
Bonus
so we're not
tracks.
Sure.
Yeah, there's, weird little ditties that show up in like behind the scenes features
Stuff
where you're like, where was that featured?
The Cat song. Does anybody really want an instrumental of it? Maybe not. Should we put it on the album? Probably. So stay tuned. I think we'll probably be announcing that next week when it's actually out so that you're not having to wait and click every day to see if it's been loaded yet. But starting with Season 1, you are going to see some instrumentals finally available. And we're not going to stop there. We will continue to periodically be releasing new albums, probably throughout the summer and the rest of this year. So if you're waiting for the newest stuff, you're going to be waiting a while still. But we will eventually get to it. Yeah. As for Patreon, we don't have that stuff figured out yet, but we do have some cool trading cards that we've already been working on. And we might be using those more in the future. So
we'll see.
You should go check out our Patreon if you want to learn a little bit more. In fact, we should take a picture of those sometime. Because I'm thinking there's like 3 people in the universe
that know what those look like.
That have even seen them. And we have a whole drawer full of them.
It's true.
Wow.
It's true. And they're pretty fun.
I'm tempted to go get some.
Why don't you go get some?
I'm going to go get some. I need to show you guys.
He's getting the trading cards.
Gotcha. For everybody that thinks I'm like surfing the internet or whatever on my phone, I'm watching our Discord and talking with our people there. So I'm not just looking at cat memes or something.
Which Discord is another one of our fun Patreon perks where you can come and interact with us on Discord.
But you don't
if I
have
say
to be
us,
Patreon.
That's true. You don't.
Yeah, we have a Discord that's open to everyone. We have an exclusive Patreon only channel in our Discord server. So it's the Elite Club.
Cyber Runner says, you got me at trading cards with many exclamation points.
Okay.
These are very cool, guys.
So, they have cat hair on some of them, apparently. All right, so what I've got here are Random Encounters trading cards. I don't even know how well these are, if they're glaring and things like that.
I'm sure they are, but...
I could take them out of the cases.
Yeah.
We keep them all in plastic cases, but this is an example that we've been giving on Patreon, and I don't know, like I said, how we're going to structure this, but we've looked into having them actually printed en masse. Instead of being like, there's 5 of them in the world. There are like 5 of the Super Mario Kart in the world right now, and they all have little attacks on them. It's a picture from our musical, and we've been making these just for a couple Patreon people every month. And we were curious, since we're doing all that graphics work, to have,
they're
again...
Like
they're very
super animation.
They're very, very glary.
Oh,
Sorry, I was looking at our live... I was looking at this stream on YouTube to see how glary they were. Yeah, they're...
So...
Yeah.
Here's one without the...
That's Luigi. That's me.
This
It's
is
signed
Luigi.
even. I signed that one.
I know. We do like signing them
Yeah.
if we played the characters. And they have... I guess this one doesn't have a super fun instruction on it, but it says, if you make a vacuum sound and suck up some cards in play, throw them everywhere like confetti. Which I guess helps you, maybe?
Yeah, our cards have a game attached, and the game is like not really playable, but kind of. You could play it, but
Hang on. There's
the cards vary from actually being useful to like Sal's.
Sal here from our Sally Face musical.
Is like, search your house for a ghost or something like that, and if you find one, you win this game and every game. So
Yeah.
if you actually find a ghost,
There you go. Yeah, it's not exactly meant to be played for real, but you could play it for real if you wanted to, or you could just kind of adapt the rules a little bit for yourself. It doesn't have a rule book or anything yet, but we release, at least 1 or 2 of these every month based on the newest musical. I think the last one was Baldi's Big Zoo. What did we release for them?
We released a card for the Orangonoceraptopus, and we released a card for the Abomination from Hell, who has a name. His name is Keith.
Keith, the Abomination from Hell.
So
there are only
we
like
did
3 of
that
them
because
right
we had already made Baldi cards for Baldi playtime, all those characters. Because we've been doing this since a little before I think Baldi's field trip.
Yeah.
So those characters already had those cards, so we had to make new ones.
Yeah. So.
And some of them do have just really fun instructions on them. Like our Big the Cat from our Sonic musical card says you should run around like a maniac screaming, "Froggy!" and search all the decks, excluding your own, for Froggy. And if you find Froggy, you get to keep him.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love these guys.
I think they're
actually
fun.
really
We
fun.
have a really good time inventing little things for them. We like getting to take pictures of the actual people from the musicals and put them on our cards. So it's one of the things, long story short, it's one of the things that we've talked about making more available on Patreon. So people that back us on Patreon could get more access to these. We haven't done it yet. We haven't pulled the trigger on it. So again, stay tuned. Maybe go to Patreon and just keep an eye on it for updates. And we'll probably announce them here too. I'm sorry. There you go. Here's Sal. But yeah, if you are a current Patreon person who is about to lose some of that, special glaze around your instrumentals, don't worry. We're looking at whether or not we could be mass printing some of these cards. And if you're one of the people that get one of those like 5 cards every month, don't worry. You continue to get the newest things. Everybody else gets a random one from some point in history that you might already own anyway. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we don't have any guests here yet, but we are expecting people soon. So I suppose we should be chugging toward the wrap-up station.
I guess. I thought we were going to
We were going to 6.
Oh, that's fine.
I think we can go another half hour, guys. We like spending time with
more
you guys.
questions.
So
I don't
if
think
you-
we have any announcements.
Nothing that I was
Yeah, I was going to write down all the announcements I could think of. We talked about Replayed. We didn't introduce you, by the way. I'm nervous about moving it too much. To our new Replayed set. But this is the new Replayed.
They
I've
would have
heard-
seen it in today's video.
Yeah, and I have heard people ask about our lovely chain chomp that's in the background there. And
There
we
he is.
obviously got a Kirby, and I don't know who that is.
That's Rob the Robot.
Rob the Robot!
He's cool. He's got a specific purpose on Random Encounters at this point. You'll find out more about him later this
You
year.
can play as him in Smash, Gwen.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
Well,
I hit the random button every time.
The guy says the name, though. He's like, Rob!
Well, only
I
if
guess
you
if you
win.
get random.
she's got to win
true.
first.
Yes, that's Rob the Robot. I can spoil that now.
Oh.
Rob the Robot will be showing up in Season 4 of The Shovel Werewolf. Which, yes, people have asked. We are doing a Season 4 of The Shovel Werewolf. It is coming out at the same time every season comes out, October.
Woohoo!
So throughout the month of October, you'll be getting Season 4 of The Shovel Werewolf, followed by a Christmas episode in December on Christmas Day is usually when... Oh, no, Eve.
Oh, this is Shovel Werewolf
I can't
in
remember
space,
when we
isn't
released
it?
them.
I think it's
Eve.
Eve.
I think we released them Eve. Either way, yes, Shovel Werewolf in Space, Season 4.
Buffalo Bob gonna go to space too.
Ugh. No, he got blown up, so... Anyway.
It's okay, guys. We will never let him come back.
I
Maybe.
want him to come back.
I know.
I liked him.
Maybe we'll just give him a spin-off series.
Oh, yeah. Buffalo Bob gaming. Oh, we'll make a Let's Play channel for him. He only plays terrible games, but he doesn't know they're terrible. The worse the controls are, the more broken it is, the more he's like, hey, this is the best game I've ever played. Like that.
We could make
Let
that...
us know if you want him to appear on replay
I was gonna say,
playing games.
do you want us to have a replayed series where we play random games, but as characters?
No, the problem is I don't want to be Buffalo Bub playing bad games, like trying to act like I'm having fun when I'm like, this is the worst game I've ever played. I can't do it. That's
my
gonna be too
goodness.
much for me.
Oh my goodness. Hannah Sofin asked me, I think a little bit ago,
Sure.
how I feel about the Given jokes.
Oh, yes.
I love them.
Can you explain the Given joke for anybody who doesn't know the Given joke?
Yes. Anyone that saw the Doki Doki musical, if you read the credits at the end, my name, which is Gwen, was a little odd in the font that the guys chose. And it looked a little, this guy chose, it looked less like Gwen and more like Given. So a lot of people
I
were
didn't make the font. I just picked it.
A bunch of people in the comments talked about how much they liked Given, and they were really glad to see Given in this musical, which I find just flattering anytime anyone says something nice about me. And I think Given is hilarious. So yes, I do still get jokes about it. I have no problem with it whatsoever. I think it's great. Carry on.
There you go. That person's got an idea. You could play good games as Biffalo Bub and pretend they're terrible.
Oh, this game is so bad. I can't even. The camera's looking at the right thing. How am I supposed to enjoy that?
Excellent.
All right.
Every time a wall stops him and he can't go through, like, just let me go through this wall here. Wall's broken, stopping me from getting through.
Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, send us some more questions. We need more questions to answer before AJ continues life as Biffalo Bub, and I have to push him off the couch.
I'm gonna stop. I swear, I'm gonna stop one day.
You married Biffalo Bub.
I didn't.
You brought this on yourself.
He was done being Biffalo Bub by the time we got married.
I'll never be done being Beefalo Bub.
You had filmed your final Biffalo Bub scene before we got married.
You're right.
It was over.
The worst thing was we were getting ready to get married, and I still looked like Biffalo Bub, like literally like days before we were gonna be married.
That's
like
true.
wedding photos and stuff. She started worrying, like, is he gonna show up dressed like Biffalo Bub with like his hair all over and like?
I think I was more worried by the
Unshaven?
fact you hadn't chosen your outfit for the wedding yet.
Fair enough.
He
I
was-
did choose it. It was gonna be ripped jeans and a white wife beater and a
Oh my
bad
gosh,
wig.
no.
Dirty wig.
Yes, that's what my first choice was. Let's see. Yeah, other questions. Other questions.
Question: can AJ keep doing the voice? Not helpful.
You bet I can keep doing
Not-
the voice.
Thank you, Blue Starburst 12. No.
Oh. Okay. All right. Biffalo Bub is like one of my favorite characters to play. It's such a shame. It breaks my heart that I only got to play him for like one season of this show. So I don't know. I keep campaigning. I'm
It was
like,
a good run.
we'll just keep making the Shovel Werewolf until Biffalo Bub comes back. That's like, I'll do as many seasons as we have to.
That's
before
not
we-
happening.
Like, we'll make more bad games if we run out
I
of
believe
them.
I've
so we
already
keep-
confirmed how long the show's running.
Have you? Have
I
you?
think I have.
Have you?
I could just now.
Okay. Well, why not you?
That's spoilers. Okay, so
that-
talking about season 4 of Shovel Werewolf coming out this October. Season 5 of the Shovel Werewolf will be coming out in October of 2020. And it will be the final season.
Are you sure it's going to come out in October?
It might start in September. That's true. There will be 7 episodes instead of 5 that season to compensate for the fact that we are not going to have a Christmas episode that year because the story will end with the season. So yes, we will probably start a few weeks into September and go up until Halloween of 2020. So if you like the Shovel Werewolf, I hope you like it. And we figured it's better to go out while we still love the series and enjoy what the direction it's, a natural ending, as opposed to me like, we're on season 84 of the Shovel Werewolf and he's playing weird mobile games.
Fortnite 7 or something.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
it makes sense to go out while you're while you think you're on top at least.
I got mixed feelings,
So-
I'm excited that means we're that close, like, through the story of, like, whatever the arc is of Ivan Ostrel as the Shovel Werewolf, and, like, how we've almost completed that many seasons. Like, that's awesome.
It is weird to think we have wrapped up more than half of that series now.
Yeah, and that's what makes me sad, is going, but that means that there's not that much more to go. It's how I felt with Game of Thrones, where I'm like, oh no, these characters that I've been, like, really enjoying and really getting into, I'm like,
Well,
and
I
this-
promise you,
the
our final season will be better than the Game of Thrones final season.
Oh, ouch.
we'll do our best. We'll do
So
our best.
Aaron Smith wanted to know why I'm against Biffalo Bub.
Yeah.
I didn't really think it needed explaining.
Why is you against
she likes
Beefalo Bub?
she likes weird. She doesn't like weird people.
But my introduction to Dear Biffalo Bub,
Oh, that's right. It was like a weird video he sent her via text.
I was at work.
Yep.
I was on my 15-minute break, and I looked at my phone, and I'm like, oh, my adorable fiance sent me a text. Yay! And then I opened it, and this voice came out. And I'm sitting there at work, and the people next to me scooted away, and I'm like,
They judged you. They're like, he's
Okay.
watching one of those bad YouTube videos again.
he always seems to arrive at times I don't want him to, and his voice is a little bit
Like an angel?
like an angel.
That's how angels speak.
We could release an entire album of our music.
Oh.
But Biffalo Bub sings it. So
That would be fun.
The best part is actually that whatever AJ has like last played that has a funny voice, he does that voice for months. So like after we filmed Tattletale, he was just Tattletale for months.
It's true. It was.
So really, I'm not
Brush
gonna.
me. Brush me.
The best is when I start combining them, like Tattletale and Buffalo Bob. Because
Brush me. Brush me. Give me a treat.
I feel like you've combined Nugget and Biffalo Bub before as well.
Definitely.
yeah, there has.
Oh my god.
You are in the nugget cave.
So really, I'm just waiting for the next weird voiced character for Biffalo Bub to be displaced and for us to get to the next one.
But
Man, I missed that Nugget voice.
when the series
Gotta
ends,
bust that out again.
maybe we'll make a new series.
What?
So,
Who knows? Yeah. I don't know. I don't tell the future. I just watch random encounters and occasionally make it in that order.
Sure. All right.
Do we have any other questions? Again, if you are just joining us, welcome to our 8th birthday. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for sticking with us. However long you have, for some of you, it might be 8 years. If you were following the Random Encounters Battle Royale, we announced it. FNAF the Musical did win, and I think a lot of us predicted it, but it was exciting up to the end. Bendy gave it a good fight. Didn't quite have it in him to stop Freddy Fazbear and all his pals, including Mark and Nate and Matt Pat, and even me. I was there too. Yeah.
And my hand was in a puppet once.
I remember that. That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was good.
go ahead.
I was going to say that Unipanda Animations has been asking how long it took to cast everyone for Cuphead.
Oh my goodness. For Cuphead the Musical, obviously, if you haven't seen it, it's got a gazillion people in it.
Including us.
Some pretty high-profile YouTubers are in it as well. And I want to say we started casting for it back in November, maybe October of 2016.
I think it was October because you
was
originally thought it was going to come out in November.
Yeah, 2017. We started
No,
casting.
16.
Was it?
Yes.
Because it came out. Oh yeah. it
No,
did.
17. Sorry. I'm bad. I can't count.
It
We've
came
learned
out in
it.
2018. Yes.
27.
All right. So we started casting for it in November of whatever year, October maybe. We didn't have everybody in until about March the following year, which it came out in March. So yeah, it was like 5 months, and I can tell you that one of the first people to send their voice track in was Jacksepticeye for Elder Kettle. He got the lines in like 3 days after I asked, probably less. He was so fast about turning those lines around, and he was like, if you need more, let me know. And I was like, I don't need more. You gave me 2 different voices and like 5 different like recordings. I'm like, we are good. The last person I think to get their voice in might have been Mark. I think Mark might have been the bookend because the devil was in question for the longest time. And I thought we weren't going to be able to get Mark, and he's the only one I wanted to play the devil. And I was like, please, 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 we just need to get Mark for this.
You'd already recorded a like backup devil by that point.
We
hadn't
did.
you?
It's
Nate,
in our
Nate Wants to
bloopers.
Battle, actually recorded parts of the devil as well as King Dice because he went, I can do both, and I don't mind doing both, in case you guys need to, sub somebody in. So, yeah, we have his recordings. We actually put him in the either the recording video or the blooper video.
Bloopers, yeah.
But, yeah, then Mark finally was able to get a weekend free and was basically like, hey, if you can come down here this weekend, I will get that voice in for you right away. And we were like, I will drive to the ends of the earth to get your voice in here right away.
Said
So,
everyone ever.
Yeah, and he was literally between just getting back from Europe and leaving again. So he had like a weird 5-day gap and was just like hanging around his house. And he's like, I'm just trying to like stay chilled down here. And yeah, so hanging out with us and doing a little recording was like actually a really easy thing to fit in the end, even though it took us months to figure out.
One of the later ones was also Adriosaurus.
It's true.
Who we had not worked with until that
That's true.
February.
Yeah.
But we liked her so much. Most of the people we work with are amazing. All of them are amazing. What am I talking about? And we liked her so much, so we were like, oh, we've got a really great part that if you're willing to do like one more line for us, that'll be great. So we were able to put her into, I know she was pretty late. Weirdly, by extending the process, we, I think, got a bigger, better cast.
We did. It happens sometimes. I'm going to run downstairs. I want to check on... Do guests know they're allowed to come up?
Yes, I would assume.
I would assume, but
You
if
say
I
you
don't think anyone's
assume.
here.
Has anybody told them they can come up?
I assume that's why someone is there to greet them and let them come up.
I don't know, but
I'm going to go down and...
Because I don't think anyone's here.
I thought I heard a door at some point.
Okay, well, I'm going to
Okay.
answer this question from Stephanie Walker. They want to know, would we play Sally Faye's DDLC or any of the games that we have made a musical for on Replay? Yes, we are going to make a specific series on Replay dedicated to that. So we've got a bunch of different shows planned out for Replayed involving different types of games, but one of them is to play games based on the musicals we made. Games that are
That we made musicals about.
words. She can't count, I can't speak.
Hey!
So we have a guest here.
We do have a guest here. You're wearing an awesome shirt, too. I love
I was
that.
gonna say it's a really cool shirt.
Awesome. That's me.
I'm gonna lurk. In
Oh,
the background.
it's a bully.
It's a bully.
It's a bully.
Oh, scooching a little bit closer.
You gotta scooch in closer.
I just want to show you on camera.
So this is our friend Christopher. He's
Hi, Chris.
awesome. You might know him from our skit Where's Bendy. You might know him as the bully from Baldy. And a long time ago, you were deaf in Paperboy?
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna recognize him from
I
that.
recognize me for that. Yeah, some of them will know.
Yeah, it's RE trivia. So
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he's been around for a while.
So
Yeah, I was gonna make him do a finish the lyric thing, but I'm trying to think of some lyric. So we played this game the other night, Chris.
Yeah.
And we put it up today, where we had to like finish words. Actually, I'm gonna.
Hang on. What song of ours do you think you know the best?
I mean, he sang the most in the most recent Baldy.
It's true.
So
Actually, I think I know just Monica the most because it's
Oh, yeah?
in my
Really?
in my
Okay,
head.
so I'm
Just
gonna,
Monica.
I'm gonna bring up the lyrics to Just Monica here. I'm gonna give you the first half of a lyric, and you have to finish it for me.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do well.
I was gonna give him like, this is a fish and this is a bird. Do you remember what Captain
Yeah,
said?
this is a fish, this is a bird, this is a tree, and this is a turd.
Hey, that is right.
I know my lines.
Wow, yeah. I mean, I know you practiced them and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was like over a month ago now. So I was like, he's a busy guy. He's got other stuff he's doing. I'm not sure
Wait,
he's gonna.
seriously, you guys do have a ball pit.
Did
They
you-
do
do you-
have a ball pit.
you didn't think we had? You just thought we were like green screening ourselves and our live streams into a ball pit? Yes, we have a real ball pit. It's just right to our left here.
Yeah, normally we'd be streaming on it, but
It's not set up for it at the moment.
No.
But I'm sure if somebody went and jumped into it, you'd hear it.
did I leave my phone on the other side of you, Chris?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'm gonna grab that. Oh, I'm gonna step on Gwen's laptop. Would you like? Oh,
I don't know if that was something we were committed
I don't
to.
think we've confirmed that.
Okay.
Sorry, we're having weird powwows about whether or not to announce something else. We'll wait and we'll announce that in the future.
Little Lion wants to know what your favorite show was as a child. Do you have a favorite show from when you were a kid?
Oh, okay. I had so many shows that I liked when I was a kid. I really liked Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
I really did. Like,
remember that.
enough to buy the entire series on DVD and then buy the Jungle movie when it came out. The first movie, not so much. But the new one that now
Ouch,
came out.
man.
We've
was,
got standards.
Yeah.
I just want to check the stream and make sure. There we are. Yeah, Chris, why don't you scooch in a little bit more? This is what we're seeing of you right now.
Let's see. There's, oh. Hey.
Uh-oh.
So this cool shoulder over here.
Oh.
He's a very cool shoulder,
Yeah.
but I think we should just see the rest of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all fit on here. It's a couch.
It's a couch.
4 people can sit on a couch.
You have a favorite show when you were a
Favorite
kid?
show? Yes, my favorite show. I can't be the only one who's gonna say this. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the cartoon show.
It was.
It was so good. I watched the 1987 Ninja Turtles cartoon like crazy, and it was my favorite cartoon show. It still is like one of my favorite cartoon shows. Yeah, cowabunga, dudes.
I liked Garfield and Friends.
That was one of my
That show
other-
was awesome.
That's one
To
of my
this
favorites.
day,
That song.
on
I
AJ's
swear.
birthday, I still send him the clip of Binky at the
Happy
door.
birthday.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, whoop-dee-doo, whoop-dee-doo.
Every year, he always does it, and I always laugh at it because it's still good. By the way, that joke about naming something, like, oh, can you name which animal this is? And then you're like, oh, the name of that animal is Walter. Like, that's a joke from Garfield and Friends that they make too. Like, that's a thing.
Someone also recognized you as Scapelli. Which
That's
I
true.
totally forgot. It was
Yeah.
Scapelli.
Scapelli.
But what if we take Scapelli and we go push him in the ball pit?
Yeah.
Okay.
He won't mind that,
I
probably.
actually won't mind.
You're going to have plenty of time to go in the ball pit. I promise, because we're going to probably hang out in the ball pit sometime tonight.
Yeah.
When the live stream ends in 15 minutes? 15 minutes? That's just enough time for a couple more questions.
Yes, like from Ken Combat Gaming, who wants to know what the best improvement you've had for the channel is.
The best improvement?
Yeah, what have we done to change something that was like the best idea?
There's been a lot of really good improvements.
I'd have to say putting first prize on wheels.
I'd also like to point out they're asking for a Pepsi Man music. That's a bad game. I considered it for Shovel Werewolf. It's not happening.
Oh.
I'm watching you though.
Oh.
But
You made eye
yes,
contact.
Wheels on first prize is
So good.
So good.
Yeah, that's an excellent, good
Magnifique.
point. Chris wins the award. That
Yet,
one is...
yet strangely, after 8 years, the medic gun never got better.
No, it didn't.
I tried to soup it
I-
up for you and me and make it better and reinforced, and then something inside it broke. I'm like,
Yeah.
No,
Never mind.
I liked it though. It looked.
Oh, it
really
looked
good.
really good, yeah.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, it looks good.
Like
But,
seriously, I saw them do. I saw you guys do that one, the medic one,
Uh-huh.
the newer one.
Yes. You and me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. AJ was sweating like
It
crazy.
was,
in that
it was
thing.
so hot. It was like
It was
100
like,
something
yeah,
it was
degrees
100
outside.
something degrees outside, and it's just boiling out.
I mean,
I would like to say that one of our improvements is deciding not to film musicals outside in Southern California in August, but I think he has another one he's been talking about.
There's definitely one in July. We're talking about going out to film outside.
I think a better thing would be not to do ones that involved heavy
Heavy
suits.
costumes?
Outfits? Yeah, rubber
costumes
gloves and
during
rubber
the
boots.
summer.
Yeah,
Save this for winter.
I feel like the one that AJ is talking about requires a lot of wigs
Costume
and a lot of
changes.
costume changes.
And yeah, I'm gonna be super gross and sweaty in a lot of them. So I really hope we get a cold snap.
Oh,
I think
that'd be
one of
nice.
the best improvements we've had on the channel is a better Amy Rose. That's what I think. Yeah.
I like the old one.
No. Of course, I'm referring to me as Amy Rose, not as Laura as Amy Rose.
I mean, either way, I guess we've had two better Amy
We've
Roses.
had two, yes. So we've improved over that first one years ago, and I still think it was a great improvement. I was not a good Amy Rose, and I'm really grateful that we have much better ones that have taken over the mantle since.
So, are you saying that one of the great improvements is having a wider variety of people for casting?
I would have to say that, yeah. There's a lot of really talented people. I mean, we brought it up several times, how big a cast FNAF ended up using, how many people in Phoenix Wright were hilarious, how good Baldy, becomes when you have all these, great people on it.
even an early improvement on having more people for casting is it was pretty quick turnaround to be replaced in a role. But Casey is so much more enjoyable to watch as Knuckles than I am.
Yeah, he is.
Like, I did okay in Needle Mouse. It was what it was because it was just me and AJ.
Yeah.
But Casey embodies Knuckles. He's great as Knuckles. So.
Yeah, he's a great Knuckles.
That was actually pretty diverse right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other improvements anybody has?
I mean, I feel like we're fairly constantly looking at what we can do better next time. So I know, music has gotten better, costumes have gotten better, casting has gotten better.
Yeah.
Games? I mean, we're always trying to do the good ones. So I'm not sure that our
Except
choice
for
of
Granny.
game-
Except Granny.
Shots fired.
We knew what that one was, and we still made it.
So Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man, the musical.
Pepsi Man's just outdated. That's the problem with that. Granny was popular and trending, and people were asking for it.
You know what I always thought was a good game?
What?
/ mascot for a
Was it
soda.
Cool Spot?
It's Cool Spot.
Yeah.
Cool Spot actually had decent games, I feel
Yes,
like.
Yeah.
Cool Spot's game was amazing, and he did look cool doing it.
I mean, he had
He
sunglasses
was a
on.
cool spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He's always doing the snapping. He's always snapping. You leave him alone in the game. Just let him sit there. And
They
he'll
had
just
to have
start
made a
doing
couple
stuff.
Chester the Cheetah games for Cheetos, didn't they? They had to have.
Probably.
They were probably terrible.
They sound like reskins of the Pink Panther games, to
Probably,
be honest.
which are terrible. They're all bad.
Oh, man.
I keep seeing you guys asking if we will make a insert here musical. If you are not familiar with our monthly live chats, every single time that question comes up, our answer is maybe. But I want to say that with the note that we would love for you guys to keep asking questions like that, because if a lot of you ask us to make a particular musical, we do pay attention and we do try to put it somewhere in the schedule, even if it's like 5 years from now. So we pay attention. We like your suggestions, but unfortunately at this time we can't confirm anything other than what we've already confirmed in the live stream, which is that Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is coming.
Post those questions when you say, like, I want to suggest this musical. Post that in the comments. We read the comments on our videos, and that's a great spot for you to recommend a game you think is going to be really good. For example, Chris, what's a game you think would be a really good musical?
Oh, no.
Cool Spot.
Cool Spot. Cool Spot. You could be the snapping Cool Spot.
A good example of this is...
I'll just be snapping.
Yeah.
Is our Granny and Baldy musicals.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We didn't even know Granny was a thing until you guys commented it enough that we checked it out and did it. And then did Baldy's Basics the month after because you guys were adamant about it. So if we see it enough, it might happen quicker.
Mm-hmm. We also made our Sally Face musical because of you guys, and we made... Phoenix
Bendy
Wright
even.
because of you guys.
Bendy, Cuphead, I feel like there were a lot
Hello
of
Neighbor,
those.
I think, was
Hello Neighbor
pretty
was one
popular
that you
and
guys asked
commented.
for, yeah.
Yep. So, believe me, we listen.
Yeah, sometimes they become the most popular thing on the channel even. Who knows? That could be your suggestion next time. It could be the new Baldy that has 100 million views on it.
Which, I don't know if we might have posted that on Instagram, but quick congratulations to our Baldy's Basics, the musical, which hit 100 million views in the last week or the week before.
Last week, yeah.
That's before it's even been out a year.
Yes, that's a good point.
Because we
It's not
filmed
even
that
been out a
after
year.
E3 last year, so...
Yes, so record
Thanks
holding
to
musical.
you guys
Really
for that.
Been that long?
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, almost a year, not quite, and it's over 100 million views
I
now.
ate so many pieces of chocolate.
You did.
This guy's ruined so many orange shirts.
Only 2. He's gone through 2 bully shirts.
The last one was fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one he wore for the zoo trip we still have.
I
That one's
like
fine.
that one.
Well, good. We'll save it and let you wear it again.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Can you imagine how much chocolate did you have to eat that day? How many chocolate bars did we go
I
through?
think I went through at least 8.
8?
Yeah,
We
well,
did.
that
8?
I think
some
it was
of those were-
6, because I think we brought one pack of the 6
You know
pack
you
things.
didn't have to...
Yeah.
No, he
them
had
all.
to. He had to. He
Yeah.
had to.
Didn't you keep thinking that you were done with your shots and finish the candy bar, and then we'd be like, oh, we need one more,
Yeah.
and then you have to open it.
That sounds because I do say that. I say that all the time. I'm like, okay, that's great.
I was always
Let's do
taught
more.
you finish what you started, so I finished the candy bar and then went on to the next one.
Yep. So
Ugh.
and you had to
Poor
come back
guy.
eating the
Poor
candy
guy.
bar again later too.
Yeah.
So 2 shots. But we did them so many times that Chris ate the entire pack of candy bars that day, trying to still have a candy bar left. I feel like you had to fake it. Someone's take a bite and then turn the candy bar around.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he
Flip it
couldn't
over
tell
after
that you'd
a while.
already been eating that candy bar. Yep. Well, if I just remembered, to do the right things on camera, we wouldn't have to do so many takes.
It's true. That's right.
That's how that goes. Bop, bop, ba-da. It's okay. Chris got chocolate out of it.
Lots of chocolate.
A stomach ache of chocolate.
Gacha Blaze is asking what our favorite musical is, and I know we 3 have answered this several times. Do you have a favorite musical on our channel?
Okay, right now, just Monica. Because, I actually watched somebody. I actually watched somebody play that game. I watched PewDiePie play it. I watched Mark play it.
Sure.
And every time you get to the stabbing bit, the
Oh my
reaction to
gosh.
it's like, oh, okay, this is hilarious. So watching that musical, also by the way, because it's catchy, super catchy, it's just spot on, and the whole meta where she's in the room with Nate.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
She's
That
so
was-
creepy in that
that was
scene.
great. It was amazing.
Yeah,
Loved it
she's
so
really
much.
talented too. Thanks, buddy.
Second would have I really like the Eevee song.
The
Thought it
Eevee
was
song.
really
That's an
good.
old
Yeah,
one.
that one's really good too.
Yeah, that's an old one. Pokemon fans, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions? It looks like we got a couple minutes, and then we're gonna have to get to our party or our ball pit, one or the other. I don't know which.
What's the worst musical you guys have ever done? By opinions, not what other people think.
Oh, so
Oh.
our
Gotcha.
own opinions
Our
of the
own
worst
opinions.
we've ever done.
Yes, I can come up with some.
I can come up with 2 off the top of
Some,
my head.
multiple.
There's
Yes.
some I just don't like, but I wouldn't say are worst.
I
But-
know which one is the worst works you guys have ever done, or at least AJ.
Oh yeah.
It's when you did that movie, that Ninja Turtles one.
Oh, that one doesn't count.
That's not random encounters.
Yes,
That's not
but
random encounters.
what if you ever saw this video that AJ did?
I would watch it
him as
before
a
some of our
Ninja
musicals.
Turtle,
Oh
it was-
my god.
It's pretty
the
bad.
worst.
We told them a little bit about bad costuming. That one had really bad costuming. It was like green jackets. That's how you could tell we were turtles, because we wore green jackets.
It was
That's what
pretty
it
good
is.
though.
You gotta work with what you got.
I would watch it again.
It used music from like Kirby Air Ride, so for like the songs were all written with like that. There was an Animal Crossing song that we like wrote lyrics to for that one. Yeah. Okay, so you and I are gonna say the same ones, Nate. We're gonna say the same musicals.
Probably.
That's okay, I guess, if they're that bad.
Would one of them be The Power of Pong?
Yes. Why, yes.
yeah.
The Power of Pong is one of the worst songs in 8 years we've done, I think. I would say Onyx the Rock Snake is one of the worst songs
yeah, I
that
wasn't
we've done.
thinking of that, but yeah, it's up there. I personally really hate Green Pigs. I really hate the Angry Birds
You
song.
hate Green Pigs.
But no, the second one I was actually thinking of was Favorite Fiends.
Favorite Fiends. Yeah, that one we make fun of a lot. That one was a sponsored video. It's not on Random Encounters. You have to go watch it on the Best Fiends YouTube channel. And we, like, a bunch of us play Best Fiends still. Some of us have a real addiction to
Excuse
it.
you.
But we had to make a song that fit certain criteria. And so you can see how we handled Best Fiends the first time when we made Song of the Slugs for our channel. And then you can see how we, like, altered it a little bit to fit onto somebody else's channel. And I'll just let you guys make the difference. I like our version on the first,
It does make me a little sad that our better song is for the game that we don't play.
I know.
The Tapper.
Best Fiends Forever.
Best Fiends Forever.
Has
And the one that
better
we
song.
actually do play is like, oh, this song is kind of cringy.
Yes. For instance, I'm currently on level 1,294.
Not exaggeration.
Fun fact, she stopped playing for like months, like starting at their wedding, and then I told her, I whispered like Hail Hydra into her ear. I was like, I can see you on the world map. Which means like I'm gonna pass her soon. She's like, oh no, he can't pass me. So I take pride in knowing that I guilted her basically into playing the game again.
Guys, it was so good. Like my phone broke the day before my wedding, which was not good. But I got a new phone the morning of my wedding and did not even download the game. Like it wasn't there. I wasn't even touching it. And then he's like, I'm gonna catch you.
Hail Hydra. Yep.
Yep. So those were all pretty bad.
Yep.
Um.
I think we covered all the worst ones, right? Am I missing any? Does anybody know a really bad one that we haven't brought up somehow?
I mean, it's an April Fool's joke, but like the fake Peach song.
Hey, that one's funny.
I am beautiful.
That one is actually funny.
But I think it doesn't count to do April Fool's jokes, because then like Fish Mooney's song would be like, I want a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, I saw somebody in here say that they had a grilled cheese sandwich to eat tonight.
Excellent.
Aw,
Every time
yummy.
someone tells me, I'm like, that person was here.
Every
for the
time
April
you
Fool's
make a
joke.
grilled cheese sandwich, Fish Mooney gets her wings or whatever.
Aw, think deep. Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy ? Now you're
Oh.
suggesting some of the worst ones. Ouch, man.
That one was good. I liked that one.
It was kind of fun.
Well, congratulations. You might have backed that one.
I think you did, maybe.
Oh!
I mean, by that logic, the Tingle song is a little. Also,
I like the Tingle song. I know it's bad, but it's one of those like,
I
it's
laugh.
supposed to be bad.
yeah, I laugh at
It's
it.
not just like, it was bad. It's intentionally bad, so, and it's fun.
So way back in the day, we did. We had a Minecraft server that we played, Minecraft with some of our Patreon people, and we made a Christmas song one year called "We Wish You a Merry Creeper."
Oh.
And it's one that we actually debated whether it should go in the Battle Royale. And I said no, because I was like, this wasn't designed to be a musical. It was designed to be like a Let's Play thing with a little piece of music going behind it. But I'm like, there was nothing special about it. We didn't pitch it as like that month's musical or anything. So it didn't show up in the Battle Royale. And maybe you guys are going to cry foul and be like, how could you not have included We Wish You a Merry Creeper? But I wasn't feeling it. I was like, we had a funny number as it was, and I did not want to throw something else out to keep We Wish You a Merry Creeper in.
It's funny you mention that, because when I was compiling the instrumentals earlier today.
Yeah.
I compiled our instrumentals earlier today for our party tonight to put on a tablet so we could listen to the instrumentals. It was like one of the few I left off.
Right? I'm like, that one is just, it's not really that legit. It's basically, we wish you Merry Christmas, and there's a
Yeah, I was like,
silly
at least
lyrics,
Tingle sounds, it's like, it's technically Jingle Bells, but it's
Yeah.
got like an automaton and like a kazoo. And, yeah, and like Amazing Danger is like exciting. And,
Yeah.
you know, I'm like, but We Wish You Merry Creepers, like, it is literally just the song.
Yeah.
I thought for a second that I had included it in the Battle Royale, and I was like,
No, I remember. I was like, if we have to kick something out, I'd rather leave the Eggbot Bob in.
Which
I'd
we
rather
did.
leave the favorite Fiend song in. Yeah, so we left in all these other ones. Yeah. Okay, well, it's about 6 o'clock.
it is about 6 o'clock.
So that doesn't mean our birthday is ending. It means our live stream is ending. We have a bit more of a birthday to go still. So I think we're going to go enjoy it.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for voting in the Battle Royale and making that as much fun as it is. I'm definitely going to miss having it around. So I'm going to hopefully find some new fun things to do in the community tab. So if you're used to checking it right now, go ahead and keep checking it. I'll see if I can find some more things for us to do.
Chris, do you know who won the Battle Royale?
No, I do not.
Oh!
Who do you...
Okay.
I think I told you who was left in it.
Yeah, it was. It's FNAF and Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
I leaning more towards FNAF because I like that one.
Okay, well, you'll be happy to know that FNAF did win our first ever Battle Royale. It is the last musical standing.
The last music.
It's the last one standing. There can only be one, and it's FNAF the musical. And it was voted by people like you. Yeah.
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 If you haven't already, make sure you watch the video that went up today and watch next Friday and the next Friday and the next Friday. We'll keep giving you fun stuff.
I think there's a teaser video coming out next week, in fact. We haven't done one of those in a while. Yeah, so it's going to be a teaser for our Keep Talking Nobody Explodes musical. You won't want to miss it. Check in. It might tease more than that, too. And, of course, there's always little announcements we sneak in there. So please come back next Friday. Click that notification bell. We have an enemy in our midst. It's the notification bell. It's right down there. I can see it from where I am. All I want to do is hit it hard with my mouse button right now. You might think that's cheesy, but like I seriously hate the notification bell. It's the worst. And so I'd really appreciate you guys and your help killing the notification bell. We have to hashtag defeat the notification bell. So please help me defeat the notification bell. Make sure you get notified about Random Encounters videos because we upload every week. And we would love for you to be here with us when we upload. And of course, there is a musical coming out later this month.
I'm going to say, and stay tuned for some time in the next week where that season 1 of Instrumentals album will be dropping.
First album will be dropping, and stay
So-
tuned for updates because season 2 won't be far behind it. We just have to get a bunch of those files ready to go up because they just got ready for vocals originally, and we didn't necessarily prep them for everybody to listen to. So we're going to do that.
Instead of a beard salute to finish us out,
Yeah.
can the beard sing you happy birthday?
The Beard sing us happy birthday. I don't see why not. We're going to all sing it together in Beard speak, right?
Sure.
We're going to try.
All right.
All right, here we go.
All
Ready?
right. Yeah, count us in.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
That was so beautiful. Oh, tears. Tears. I'm crying. It was just because it was beautiful, obviously.
Oh my gosh, end it now. I'm done.
You know, we could at least harmonize. We do music on this
Where's the
channel.
mouse? The mouse is gone!
Bye, everybody.
not gonna
Thank
end.
you again for joining us for our 8th birthday. We can't wait to do 8 more years. We're going to be back next year. That's a threat. It's a promise and a threat. Stay tuned.